Let's go. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. Today we're going to be playing some Stardew Valley, as we do here on Sunday afternoons. Central time at least. Anyway, last time we left off, it looks like we're at the 20th of fall. So we only have about a week left in fall. We'll probably get to winter by the end of the day. But we'll see. I have no idea how long I'm going to go. I might try to do a little bit of a longer stream than normal just because I wasn't able to stream yesterday. But here I am today, feeling pretty good. Let's go. Let's get right into it. Gotta say hi to the wife and the kids before we go. Oh, or open that chest too. Abigail, hello. Honey, you're worth more to me than a chest full of quartz. Wow. Now a chest full of amethyst? I have to think about that one. Yeah, I don't blame you. Amethyst is kind of... I mean, it is purple. Something that I lack. Yo! Tossing my child up into the rafters. But don't worry, it's safe. Gonna be cloudy and windy tomorrow. And the spirits are very displeased today. That kind of sucks. Did we have something getting made by Clint, or did we have to... No, I think we had to. Yeah, we don't have enough iridium to get that started just yet, but that's alright. Did I need to go down here for anything? Yeah, I guess not. I don't know what I'm doing. Then again, when have I ever? Answer, I don't know. Alright, let's see how everything's going. It looks like we got some maple syrup to harvest. And I don't remember if we had anything in that shed. I don't think we do. I think we're waiting for our pumpkins to grow in. And I gotta be honest, I'm kind of surprised they haven't grown in already. Got a little bit of caviar too. Maple will go in the fridge though. I do have some layout pictures that I might be referencing during the stream today. There's a few things I want to change up around here. Although I might save that until winter time. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, most of our time... Oh yeah, it's all going to be wild honey because I picked that flower. Every single time. I should just... I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I guess I just got to be more careful, but I don't really know exactly. Oh, hello. Get a little bit more hay. Hey, wow, we got hay out of both of those. That's kind of nice. You usually don't get it for every little swipe. And did we have anything in here? I think we did. Yeah, but we didn't have enough to fill 2 more barrels. Which leads me to... You know what, I guess... No, not yet. We're not going to do this just yet. We're going to go say hello to our animals first. Dog waiting patiently outside as he always does. He's ready to play. He's ready to run around. Rest of the animals, though, they're chilling inside because they eat the grass too much. Oh, and this actually reminds me of something that I would like to get going in here. Apparently the auto grabber is working here, and for whatever reason, I didn't know that. So I'm going to be getting another auto grabber probably today in game. Well, today in game and in real life. Gonna have to find somewhere to put it though. Probably just right next to the heater, honestly. Let's see. We do want to make some mayo. Let's use our finest eggs for that. We do have some wool as well. There we go. They're not really too much in our way this time, which is always nice. Alright, now how are the barn animals doing? And I guess I should probably check on the mushrooms too. Everyone looks pretty happy today. Excuse me. Lassie, this is where the cheese is. You gotta get out of here. You can't just stand right in front of the cheesemakers. I need access to those. Oh, and another thing I want to do is... I really want to get into the clothes making because... From watching my friend Rachel play this, twitch.tv/Rolongi, by the way, I've discovered how that works. And I previously did not understand it. But now I know what is going on with that. I guess we'll just leave it at that. I know what's going on with that. Alright, we'll check the mushrooms too, just because we can. I shouldn't need too much inventory space anyway, and it looks like we don't have to take up any more. Or not any more, but much more, I guess I should say. Alright, so all these cactuses, they gotta go. I'm sorry. It's just the way it's gotta be. Well, this one has a That didn't look right. Yo, what's up, Potato? Welcome to the stream. Indeed, we do have ourselves here a garden. It looked like my character lifted up an aquamarine above his head when he harvested the cactus fruit. That was a little strange. We don't need this sprinkler here. We can maybe do something else with it. I think most of the sprinklers... Well, I mean, I guess we could just throw it in the corner here. I remember the sprinklers on the border I wanted to keep. And I mainly wanted to move around these garden pots. And what we can do is take these cactuses out, remove these sprinklers that we don't need. Never played Garden Simulator. It's a really good game. It's a good time. I recommend it. One of my favorite games anyway. It was my game of the year when it came out, and I'm still able to come back to it to this very day. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take out the rest of these. I don't know how much garden pots we actually have in here, but it will give me a decent opportunity to, well, count them. We have 21. We need a little bit more, so we'll make 3 more of these. And for now, I think we'll just leave this as it is. Although, you know what? I'm actually going to take a look at the picture I have here. I'm going to have to zoom in on it quite a bit because, unfortunately, the greenhouse a lot smaller. Alright, it actually does look like, for the most part, the sprinklers are all in the right spot. There should be 4 on each side. We do have 4 on each side, so let's bring OBS back up. At least I think we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we do. Alright, so let's leave here for now. We do have to make, well, I guess we can sell these regular sprinklers. And we have to make a few more garden pots, which I believe are pretty easy to make, but we'll have to go inside for that anyway. And, you know, might as well drop off all of our selling items. Plebeian sprinklers, that's exactly what these are. These normal garbage ones, we don't like them. Most people don't, I guess. They're alright, but, like, they're not that good. Alright, so 21, and I think I need 24, so 3 more. It's real easy. I mean, it's easy math, and it should be easy enough to craft as well. Apparently it isn't. We're going to need 1 more refined quartz, I'm guessing. Yes, indeed. But, you know what? If we're going to make 1, we might as well make 4, because that's the amount of, what do you call them? Not sprinklers. I can't think of the word for it. Furnaces. Yeah, furnaces. Those are very different things. Furnace and a sprinkler, not the same. Drop off the maple syrup, put it in the fridge. We got tons of it. We probably won't need that much, but you know what? We could probably just, like, sell half of that. Okay, and I don't want to sell anything here, so let's get those going. Yeah, we should be fine. We will have to get more cactus seeds, though. That much is for sure. And I also have yet to find a mod that allow... Oh, well, I guess we don't need that many more cactus seeds, but I'll bring these into the inventory just so I know how many we have. It'll make buying them a little bit easier. And there's some more layout stuff I want to change here. But before we do that, I need to go to Marnie. We need to buy a gadget. Shouldn't be too much money. And we are getting close to that achievement, the 10 million total gold earned. Marnie or Barney? Unfortunately, it's Marnie. Barney would have been very humorous, though. The purple dinosaur. There was a very cursed Barney movie, actually. Way back in the day. I don't remember what it was called, but I remember being very young and watching it. It had some kind of rainbow egg thing. And it was cursed, is all I can really say. I didn't like it. Even at the time, I thought it was cursed. But, like, looking back on things, my goodness. I don't know how, I don't know why that was ever created, I guess. Alright, so we'll put this here. This will grab all of the eggs and other stuff that drops in here. I didn't actually read the description of it, But in the description, it led me to believe that it would only work in the barn. When in reality, it works in both areas, so that will just make things easier on us. See, another thing I learned from my friend Rachel. See, that's why, as a Stardew Valley player, it does help to watch other Stardew Valley streams and content. You know, as much of this game as you play, you're kind of like getting your own play style and not really limit yourself to playing like that, but I mean, you know, you get different ideas when you see different people play. I'm gonna go play Risk of Rain 2 with my friends. Oh, so you just came for a quick visit. Good luck on the stream. Thank you very much, and thanks for stopping by. Have a good time playing Risk of Rain 2. Oh, and before you go, gonna... Alright, there we go. Will this work? Hey, it did work. There you go. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for sticking around so long. And enjoy the emotes. There's more emotes in the works. So, stay tuned for those, I guess. I don't know when those will happen, but have one of those. Hey, there you go. No problem. And you take care. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your weekend. And a great week and all. Have a great everything. Just have a great everything. Is like the main mindset we like to have here. What was I gonna do? Right, potted plants. Or garden pot. We have to pot the plants. We have the pot, but not the plants. And no, we're not growing pot plants. Although I imagine that'd be very profitable in this game. And there's probably mods for it. In fact, there's almost definitely mods for it. Alright, so I think we have 9 cactus seeds. Yeah, so if we get like 1... Oh, and it doesn't let you accidentally sell them back. That's very thoughtful. Now we just need 14 to get 24. I can do math. There we go. And now we'll have... Oh, well, I guess we don't need to take the bus home. It's a quick little trip to the desert. Make it as quick as possible, anyway. And I need this to be better. Alright, so now I can take a look at our layout and really start, well, I was going to say decorating. That's not exactly correct. These aren't... I mean, oh, wait, do I guess I don't really want them there. I could put them there, but I don't have them there in this layout. I basically went and put them in places like this, so it's like between the trees sort of, and like in the back, so you can like kind of see them, and they will all be accessible. Do we have some here too? Yes, we do. They'll all be accessible, as well as I can't remember. But what I was going to say is that we won't be able to automatically water them with the sprinklers. And now that we know that, that's why I'm kind of doing this layout a little bit better. So we'll have a little bit more room. It'll be less cramped in here. And I think we have, yeah, we have 3 left. So I did just 1, 2, and then 1 up. Well, did I have 1 up here? I guess I did. I don't know how much I like that, though. What the heck, we'll do it. And because I was thinking of maybe just putting it here, but it'll be fine. Alright, let's plant our cactus. Oh, and you know what? I can get rid of that picture. Don't need to reference that anymore. Yeah, this is already going to be so much easier. Hopefully there will be less accidentally harvesting of the fruit trees too, although that doesn't really bother me too much. Alright, I lied. It bothers me a little bit. I always have to have it so that it's harvested when there's 3. It's like maximum output levels, right? Although I think it literally does not matter. Can't forget that one. And while we basically had to start the cactus farm, seeds, fruit, all over again, I think this is for the best. It's revamped. We have more room. We don't have to worry about not being able to water certain ones. And it'll just work out better overall, I guess. Guess it's not really the most efficient way to water all these. But it doesn't have to be, you know? Sometimes there's a balance you gotta strike between efficient and just doing your own thing and having fun. And that's not to say efficiency can't be fun. It very much can be. If you're into that sort of thing. That reminds me of some of the mods I was looking at for this game for when we go for a modded playthrough. Here we go. That's all of them watered. I just gotta remember to water them every day. That's the thing. And I don't know how to remind myself to do that every time. But I'm looking into finding a way. Alright, so we got all the animal products for the day. We can sell those. It is Saturday. There's not a whole lot we can do tonight. I mean, maybe we can go to the saloon. There'd probably be some people there hanging out. But for now, let's go ahead and put this cloth away. We have a lot of cloth now, so... Wait, I guess I just put it in here, didn't I? Yeah. We have a lot of cloth now, so the potential for making clothes is really high. I don't really know all the clothes we're going to be making. Also, I'd like some better lighting in here, too. It gets real dark. And wait, can you actually? No, you can't turn off the lamps. I was going to say, it'd be nice if you could turn off the lamps, because obviously you don't want them on all the time, but what do I know? There was something else. Oh, yeah. I want to revamp this tree area, but I might save that for a little while. I also want to go mining for some iridium, so we'll be doing that. And I got other layout things I want to consider. But for now, let's go hit up the saloon, see if anyone's there. Hopefully people are having a nice weekend night out, having a good time. Man, I love how lit up it is out here. So much safer now. Oh yeah, we got a decent amount of people here. Sometimes I wonder how I ended up in this town. Clint, you say that a lot. Now stop dwelling on it. That doesn't do you any good. Just accept that you're here and you're one of us now. Jody tells me you've really become part of this community. I'm glad to hear it. Well, Kent, that's very nice of you. You're cool. Decorations accentuate the feelings of the season. I think it's a worthwhile tradition. Leah knows what's up. Pam isn't responding as per usual. Hello, Emily. Don't have any huge plans for life. I prefer not to stress out about the future. I just missed the word "the" in there. Can you make yourself at home? Thank you. You know what? I think I'll take you up on that, Gus. I'm gonna have myself a coffee. No, I wanted to drink the coffee, not buy more coffee. As much as I would love that. Really grown attached to Marnie's chickens. Good. Okay. Shane's just happy to be a chicken farmer. He likes taking care of the chickens, which is good and wholesome and nice. Gives him something to do. Alrighty. Yeah, it's starting to get pretty late, so I guess we'll just head home. And you know what? I just realized we drank coffee like really late at night, although it will wear off in about a minute. And I think tomorrow I'm going to do some mining. Maybe depending on what the spirits say. If the spirits are pissed or whatever, then I might reconsider. But yeah, I don't like this. I don't like a lot of the stuff here. Well, it's not that I don't like it. It's just I want to do it a little bit differently. Change things up a bit. And just kind of get my own thing going on. How are we? Well, we're still hyped up on caffeine, so let's just run around in circles a little bit before we go to bed. Get rid of that energy. We need to be able to sleep well tonight. We're getting there. Alright, that's enough of that. We could be ASDing all day. Coffee wears off anyway. Alright, so we got 11k. We didn't even quite make our money back for our expenditure. Well, 12k. Didn't make our money back for our expenditures, but that's okay. Today's not one of those, I must profit days, I guess. Oh, and my favorite song. I know I mention that every time it plays, but I really do love it. Don't mind if I do some redecorating now and then, do you? I'm still excited to have a place of my own to work on. I kind of wish you could allow them to do that. Like, I don't think she actually does any redecorating, but I would love Abigail to put her own, like, personal touch on the place. You know, aside from that little tiny room she has. Alrighty, so, cloudy with gusts of wind throughout the day tomorrow. Spirits are neutral. Alright, that's not a bad day for the mines. And the Queen of Sauce wants us to make crab cakes. Sorry, Queen of Sauce, but I ain't got no crab. I ain't got no cakes. That ain't gonna happen. Man, you know what's really hard to believe is that Animal Crossing New Horizons is less than a month away now. I remember when it first got announced for 2019, and we were freaking out collectively. Then I remember when it got announced that it was delayed. We all got a little bit sad, but for the most part understood. You know, wanted them to take the time to work on the game, and from what we've seen so far, it looks like that's paying off in a really big way, and I'm very happy about that. It just, you know, again, I can't remember the last time I was this excited about a new game coming up. Just kind of a nice feeling. Might be giving myself, or giving the game rather, some pretty big expectations to live up to, but I don't know. Because it seems like it's going to live up to them and maybe even surpass them. I mean, the Direct that happened last week, it was a lot better than I even thought it would be. And I thought it was going to be pretty good. So, I mean, that's already a pretty good sign if you ask me. There we go. Say hello to all the chickens, and the auto grabber has worked, thankfully. And that's going to make it a lot easier to get the order I want for eggs. So I always go white, brown, void for making mayo. And the rest will just sell off. We will have mushrooms today because we didn't have them yesterday. But yeah, just the chill music and just the overall vibe of this game reminds me a lot of Animal Crossing, which is kind of perfect in the excitement and anticipation leading up to release day. Oh, hello. We have, well, first of all, yo, what's up, Apollo? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? How's your weekend so far? Hope you're doing well. Gotta water our cactuses, and we got some ancient fruit to pick today. And I guess, you know what, we should also shake the fruit out of the fruit trees. Why not? I mean, there's like a lot of reasons why we should, not a whole lot of why we shouldn't. Quadrat, hello, welcome to the stream. It is good to see you too. How's your Sunday so far? Good, just got back inside from helping my parents stack wood. Nice. Always being helpful. That's gotta feel pretty good. I know when I help out around the place, it feels good. Even though sometimes in the moment it can just feel like a chore, but to know that you've helped out a little bit, it's just it's a nice feeling, you know? It does. I'm glad. There we go. Almost missed those apples. And we... Oh, we don't even have the magnet ring on. I'm kind of surprised we're collecting all these the way we are, but I'm not going to complain too much. Usually the magnet ring is kind of needed. Hoping I stay until the end of the stream. Or, yeah, stay until the end of the stream this time. You can stay as long or as short as you'd like. I appreciate you being here nonetheless. And actually, that reminds me of something. Ahead. Oh gosh, actually this might be a little bit harder than I thought. It's not really going to be that hard, but... And also, I hope I don't dox myself. I say that all the time, but I do have display capture on, so... Alright, let's see if this works. I think it should work. We'll see. I think it worked. There you go. Have a sub, buddy. Thanks for always being here. You've been here, like, I think legit if not every day, then almost every day since you first stopped by the channel. And that means a lot. So thank you. I'm just making sure. Okay, I mean, I literally copy-pasted the name, so... I was like, I hope I get it. But at the same time, I think we're good. If not, well, I'll make it good. Don't worry about it. Actually, can you just, like, click on people and... Yeah, you know what? I should just do that next time. But real quick, just making sure the spelling checks out. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. I shouldn't be too nervous about that. Yo! There you go. We do have some more emotes on the way. The design process has begun. So, no problem. Thank you for being here all the time. And for chatting and for helping me pronounce your name the right way, because that does mean a lot, you know? Some people, I mean, if they don't care, that's okay, but, you know, you took the time to help me out with that. Alright, this stuff is, oh, I was going to say it's going to be done by the end of the day, but it's actually done right now. So we'll go ahead and harvest all this. A lot of cactus fruit wine. It doesn't show up as like a purple background like that ancient fruit wine when you pick it up, which I think means it's like rare. I don't know. But we'll see how much we get from it. I'll be kind of lurking while I clean off my keyboard since I have to disconnect it. Hey, no problem. Or if you really want, you can leave it connected and see what kind of crazy messages you type in chat. You don't actually have to do that, by the way, but I'm just being silly. Good luck with the keyboard cleaning. And thanks for the lurk. I don't know what it is with keyboards, but they get dirty real fast. Like, I cleaned mine not too long ago, and I'm already, like, thinking, you know what, I could clean this again. Definitely wouldn't hurt. Alright, let's make some more ancient fruit wine. And this time, we'll have enough to fill up all of our kegs. Not enough ancient fruit, but enough fruit in general. We're gonna make lots of wine. And actually, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream. I think I might have at some point, but one of my IRL friends, who I've known since, well, even before high school, middle school, he makes wine. He makes his own wine now. He pretty much just started, and he was telling me a little bit about that the other day, and it was kind of cool to hear about it, and, like, the process and certain things that can affect the wine. So he's been doing that, and that's been, I don't know, I thought it was pretty cool. Alright, looks like cherries and apples are what we want to go for, because that's the most of the fruit we have. Just realized the cam is back. Yeah, the cam is back. I'm feeling good enough to put it on today. Which will hopefully be the case for the foreseeable future. But what ended up happening was, first of all, do we have all the... Yeah, they're all filled. Combination of, like, neck pain and then just other factors and stress and stuff. But I'm feeling pretty good today, thankfully. Like, even the last time I streamed, which was, I want to say... Yeah, it was Friday, because I didn't stream yesterday, which was Saturday, and today is Sunday. Even, like, Friday stream, I wasn't really feeling it, unfortunately. And as a result, I think I kind of cut that one short too, but I was okay with how that one turned out, at least in terms of length, but I just wish I was feeling a little bit better, but today I am A-okay. That's a nice feeling. Where's Dog? Where is he? Wait, where? Oh, there he is. He's behind the barn. We did check the animals today. We've done all our chores, so, you know what? It's a little overdue time-wise, but... Let's go mining for some iridium. Should have left a little bit earlier, but, you know, I guess we did have a lot of farm chores to do, so I'm not going to be too hard on myself. And for the coconuts and stuff, we'll leave them there for now. I don't think they actually go anywhere, so we can just collect them next time we come here, maybe when we have more time in the day left for mining. And we do have our slime ring on. Just wanted to make sure, so don't have to be too cautious around these guys. Hey, and there's our way down already. That's kind of nice. Some aquamarine. You know what? I should have got that topaz that we saw in the last room, because all these like different things are used not only in determining what kind of clothes you get when you go to make clothes, but they're also used to dye clothes, because there's certain clothes in this game you can dye when you make them. And again, I know I haven't really done that on stream, but I'd like to get more into that. As we're looking for more things to get into, I guess. Alright, so it looks like we're just looking for a way down now, because we can't kill that guy. Or if you can, I don't know how to do it yet. Okay, that guy. Also, we can kill, but too lazy / we don't have... Actually, I think we don't even have the means. Yeah, we don't have any bombs. Some diamonds. We're already doing good on the minerals today. And we got some Omni Geodes. You know what? I'll keep the Omni Geodes in the bar. 2 Omni Geodes walk into a bar. One says, I just got out of the ground. And there's no punchline there. That was just a really bad attempt at some kind of setup, so I apologize vehemently for that one. If that's even a real word. Oh, why do I say the things I say sometimes? Hey, there we go. A little more Omni Geode action going on. Actually, no, that's gold. I was going to say, is that topaz in there? It wasn't topaz. Do have some quartz, but we have lots of quartz at home. Not even just the Walmart brand quartz. We got the real stuff. Speaking of Walmart brand, I think, like, store brand stuff gets a bad rap sometimes. I think most of the time the store brand stuff is good / fine. But I will admit there are cases in which I think you should avoid store brand stuff. I can't think of any specific examples off the top of my head, but I would say, like, especially for technology products, like, I once got some Walgreens brand headphones, and they did not last very long. Oh, hey, the ladder's just there the whole time. That kind of sucks, but okay, whatever. Some more aquamarine. Ooh, and another slime. Another big boy slime, too. You know what? I'm really digging the soundtrack here. I don't think I ever really paid too close attention to the soundtrack down in the Skull Caverns, but it's a bop. It's good. But they didn't sound that great either. They really didn't, yeah. I don't know. Like, I think I kind of knew to an extent what I was getting, because, like, I kind of just wanted a cheap pair. But I don't recommend, because they didn't last long, and I mean, sound-wise, again, I was just going for something cheap. But I think even for going something cheap, they weren't good. So, sorry, Walgreens. Can't recommend your headphones. Then again, I'm sure... Well, I was going to say I'm sure they don't either, but that's a little rude. They probably still recommend their own stuff. I don't think they have that little faith. I mean, again, it's a pharmacy. Why would they, like, make good headphones anyway? It just doesn't make any sense for that to be a good product. Like, Walgreens brand medicine, though, like the store brand medicine, yeah, you know, that's just the name brand stuff, but cheaper. Like, the ingredients are literally the same. Now, flavors, on the other hand, depending on, like, what kind of medicine you're taking. Like, if it's something that is going to be, you know, you're going to be, like, taking it as a liquid or a chewable tablet, the flavors matter in that case. Although I still don't think Walgreens would probably be all that bad in that department either, but yeah, sometimes the store brand stuff's fine. Sometimes it is trash. But to say it's always trash all the time, I think is not true. It really does just kind of depend on the individual situation / product, and it's really going to do that to us. It's really going to send us all the way down here to find the entrance to the next floor with this mummy. we're just gonna run all the way around him. Oh, actually, there's like a lot more to this floor left. I thought it would just end in that room. And as far as finding another another ladder down to the next floor, I think the way it works is every time you break open a rock, it has a chance to spawn a ladder. Like right there, there's a ladder, but we're not done on this floor just yet. So that's why, for the most part, I'm not like searching around for where I think it would be in the floor. I'm just kind of hitting every rock I can. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong on that, because there's apparently a lot of things in this game I'm wrong about, but that's okay. It's actually kind of fun being proven wrong, because it's like, oh, that's how it works. You know, it makes it a little bit more interesting sometimes. Alright, it's 9:50. Gotta keep my eye on the time now. Or I gotta remember to keep my eye on the time anyway. Keyboard has been cleaned. Nice. GG. Easy. No Oh, hey, we're jumping down this hole. Fell 5 levels. That's pretty good. There's another ladder down there already. And a slime right next to it, so I have a chance to get a little bit of iridium ore. Die. Another ladder, too. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go straight down, because we are running out of time, and the lower you get, the better chance of iridium you have. Alright, we got another way down. I'm just going to real quick check. That's another slime. Mainly checking for iridium ore patches, because that's... Oh, great. It's this floor. This will probably be the last one. So much easier and less time-consuming since I don't have to take the keycaps off. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's awesome. That is a very good plus. I know for me, I gotta take the keycaps off, and it can get a little time-consuming just in doing that, and then kind of keeping track of where all the keycaps are. Just one of those things, I guess, but... I mean, still worth doing. That, and when I get another keyboard... And I do say when, because it is just kind of a matter of time before a keyboard dies, I suppose, but... The one I have now is still going strong, and I hope it does for years to come. But when I get another one, I kind of want to get different mechanical switches. Like, I want something that's nice and, you know, it's got a little bit of sound to it. It's got a little bit of a tactile clickiness, but I don't want it to be too loud in that, like, it would be annoying to hear on stream all the time. No notification? Oh, you are right. What the heck's up with that? You are absolutely correct. Huh. Is the bot okay? I guess it's not okay. I wonder if it's just going to be super late today, or if it just will not go off. And also, I wonder how much of that is, Yeah, okay, so Powell got the Twitch notification. Yeah, it's not in the Discord. You know what? That's annoying. I'll go ahead and put in a manual one. Where is it? Notifications. Yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna say at everyone live now. Sorry if the bot finally wakes up and does a double ping. There we go. Manual notification activated. Sorry for those of you already in chat. Don't pay attention to Twitch notifications unless I'm already on Twitch. Discord makes a beep system-wide. Yes, it does. And that's why I like the Discord ones the best. Like, Twitch ones are alright. Sometimes they work, and when they work, it's nice and it's good, but... You know, it's like, not everyone's always on Twitch. And if you are, then good. I know I kind of always am on Twitch, but I mean, I'm still going to miss some Twitch notifications because I'm not always looking at the screen. Sometimes I'll just, you know, have a stream in the background or something like that. Okay, I'm glad you don't mind. That's good. Oh, you get them on your phone. Okay, that's easier then. Yeah. I don't have the mobile one set up on Twitch. I don't know if I want to, though. I mean, I do follow, like, a lot of people. I'd have to consider that. I mean, I read something, and when I switched to Twitch, it said you were online, so I directly checked Discord if I missed anything. And it turns out you didn't miss anything. The bot just fell asleep. It'll probably wake up sometime in the middle of the stream and ping everyone again, unfortunately. And it, like, kind of especially sucks because I didn't stream yesterday, and, you know, maybe since the ping didn't happen, some people might be like, oh, you might not be streaming again today. Hate the phone going off at night since I only watch on PC. That's also a thing, too, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and sell this, or, well, not really sell the slime, but I guess putting it in the trash is kind of selling it, and we're just going to get out of here. We made it to floor 21, though. It's just pretty good. And I don't think I'm going to do any farm chores tonight. We're just going to sell the things we can sell, which isn't a whole heck of a lot because a lot of this I want to keep for clothes making purposes. We only got 1 iridium ore out of all of that. That kind of sucks a little bit, but hey, we can make 2 more total now. And I think I might actually set that up. And what I mean by that is get it in the thing that makes the other things, the furnace. That's the second time today I couldn't think of the word furnace. I'm not that concerned, though, because I don't know. I also just do not know why I'm not that concerned about it. I don't know what's more troubling. Alright, but we're good to go. Oh, I forgot to put the geodes in here, too. So that leaves us at 232. We're getting closer to be able to get that really, really cool-looking cowboy hat. Oh, boy. I'm going to pass out in my house. I shouldn't have done this. At least I hope I make it inside. Okay, we made it inside, at least. Oh, barely, though. Oh, my God. What is more concerning? I think what might be more concerning is the fact that I'm not really concerned about my brain not working too good. But you know what? It's a weekend. I'm giving myself a break. That's my mindset right now, anyway. Rob, did I already tell you that the switches in my mouse are going bad now, too? No! Say it ain't so. That sucks. It's really annoying. What mouse do you have again? I know I used to know, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Yeah, Warlord immediately asking that, too. Original G502. Damn. How long has it lasted you? Because that's the mouse I have, and I don't want my switches going anytime soon. Although, if they did go, I'd probably just get another G502. But if between 4 and 5 years, okay, that's pretty good for a mouse. I know some people have had the same one for like upwards of 10 years. I think that's a little insane. Like, that's insanely good level. But 4 and 5 years, I think, is pretty acceptable. These days, anyway. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'd be happy with that, though. Debating buying another Steel Series Rival 300 before they are out of stock. This one lasted for 6 years. That might be a good idea, yeah. Because I know a lot of the times the older models can get like really hard to find. And, you know, thus the price goes up and it just gets ridiculous. Had Logitech before, but Steel Series done better for me. See, if I got another mouse that wasn't Logitech, I would go to Steel Series first. They'd be like my second place, and even then, I've had like bad experiences with other Logitech products. I think the G502, for at least for me, has been kind of an anomaly as far as Logitech is concerned. I think Logitech is better with keyboards, possibly. I have had a Logitech keyboard too, which was okay. Just okay, and you know, sometimes it only needs to be just okay. Whoops, that's not where that goes. I mean, it really depends on what you're getting for it, and the Logitech keyboard I had was a cheap one, and it did what it needed to do, you know? It wasn't mechanical or anything, but it got the job done. It was serviceable, until I was able to get a mechanical one. Tried finding out how many clicks they were rated for, but I looked everywhere in Google and couldn't find it, which is pretty irritating. Yeah, I hate when that kind of information just isn't readily available. And I feel like the amount always seems a lot higher than it actually is. But I could be wrong there. Alright, we're going to save this duck feather. Like, it's, oh wow, 10 million clicks, and it's just like, you click so many times a day that it's like, they go up fast. I'll have to check G910. Lasts for 4.5 years, and the switches felt pretty nice. Oh, okay. That could be another option, too. I have a G105, which is on the cheaper, around $40, so it does well enough. I think I had that one or the 205. It wasn't mechanical, whatever it was, but it was good. I liked it. Again, it's just a cheaper keyboard, around $40 range, sounds about right. It might have even been cheaper than that, honestly. I don't remember. But yeah, it was fine. Don't really need mechanical for the things I do. That's fair, yeah. Sometimes membrane's good enough. Back, and I'm waiting to be revived. Well, I hope the rejuvenation process is nice and speedy for you, but welcome back. Glad you could be here in between lives, I guess. Is that the word for it? I mean, it might be the word for it. Close enough. I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Probably. Even though I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. So maybe I shouldn't say things like that. Alright, let's go ahead and get some more caviar going. Whoops, don't eat that. What are you thinking? You fool, man. I don't got time for that. Eat it? I mean, I could eat the caviar. Is this going to be... I mean, that's like pretty good. Energy and health-wise. It's better than this one. This one does give you speed and luck. I'm going to sell it to like a rich person who loves eating caviar. Oh, and hey, our ingots are done. Don't these look like bars of soap, those iridium bars? I think it's the color that does it, but they really do look like bars of soap. Like the rubber grip on my mouse, it's gone where my thumb and pinky finger is by now, but I just love how the mouse fits my hand perfectly. That's exactly what I have with the G502. Actually, the grip for me is still holding up for now. It's getting ready to fade a little bit. Yeah, and it is kind of fading on the pinky part, though. But it just, the way it kind of like fits my hand and conforms to how I use the mouse. And I know there's like certain grips for using a mouse, and I don't remember what the name for the one I do is, but it kind of fits that really nicely for me, and I've been pretty happy with it. See, it's really nice having a mouse that just feels so perfect for you. Palm grip should do what we do. Should be what we do. Yeah, I think palm grip is the right one, yeah. G502 fits your hand pretty perfectly. And your mouse just stops working. No! Potato, what kind of mouse do you have? I said that in kind of a weird, like, bad way. I didn't mean it like in a bad way, but just curious which one. A shitty store one. Oh, well, that might do it. I mean, we were just talking about, like, store brand products. Like, Walgreens does have their own computer mouses they sell. I would not trust a Walgreens computer mouse, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta make do with what you got. Also, I'm not paying to go to the desert. You had a nice mouse, but I accidentally broke it via wall. Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace, formerly nice mouse that is now broken and or deceased. I mean, did it deserve it? And sometimes if they fail you bad enough, you can feel like it deserves it. You still remember which new mouse I'm going to be getting? I don't remember. Probably if you say it, I'll be like, oh yeah, but like right now I can't think of it. Bad, a little bit bad, yeah. My memory ain't what it used to be. I gotta get more omega-3s in my diet or something. No, that's what old people are always talking about, getting omega-3s and taking fish oil supplements. And you know what? They might be onto something. Sometimes subconsciously switch to fingertip grip while playing shooters, but only if I need to make micro adjustments. I guess I kind of do that too, where I'll like sometimes change my grip on my mouse to, like in a very specific situation depending on what I'm doing. I do that with my controller too. Oh yeah, that's the one, the Corsair. I knew it was a Corsair. Yeah, that's the one. RGB Elite though, I didn't know they made that one. Oh yeah, and then it's the white one. Oh, I remember seeing that one too. Yes. That's got to be pretty exciting coming up. I'm going to get rid of these mummies for now. And let's see if this dude explodes them. It killed them! Oh, that's so wonderful. That is actually great. That was just kind of like a hope for the best kind of situation, but it worked. Really excited to get it. Just got revived. Alright, get back in there. Good luck. Have fun. And thanks for the good luck again. You know what to do. I hope. Because I don't know what to do. All I know is I like this here Stardew game. Really? Is it going to be this hard to find? I guess I didn't really check the weather today, did I? I got too distracted by my wife and kids, which is a good thing, you know? I'd rather be distracted by wife and kids than wanting to check the weather in the news all day. You know, one's a little bit more wholesome than the other, although sometimes it is kind of... I mean, it depends on how important the weather is. Like, if you're a farmer, you probably want to be getting the weather no matter what. Because then your livelihood kind of depends on it sometimes. But not in this game, not because I'm the best farmer. So, it just works. Waiting to get my tax return in my bank account so I have enough backup funds to get it. Yo, speaking of that, I did my taxes yesterday. And I'm getting a return. I don't owe the government $1. Which is a story I really like to tell. I don't remember what year it was, but there was one time I did my taxes and I owed the state government a single $1. So I'm like, alright, here you go, I guess. Here's your $1. I paid my taxes. But I'm getting money back from the state and federal, at least if I did them right. My dad wants to double check them, so I'm going to let him do that. That way I don't have to pay H&R Block to double check. Wait, is this not going to... Oh. Second to last one has the ladder. It is one of those bad luck days, I suppose. I don't remember how much I'm getting back. It's not a whole lot, but enough to make a, you know, like a decent difference. You know, enough to maybe get something nice or pay a bill. Oh, I did not see what you said. I'm sorry. It's pretty easy to normally move the mouse palm grip and lift your hand a tiny bit, but for fingertip grip and gunfights... for fingertip grip and gunfights. I'm trying to... I guess I can kind of see that, yeah. But can never do claw grip. It just gives me hand cramps playing like that for hours. What one's claw grip again? Is that the one where they kind of claw their hand on top of it? Sort of. I remember there was like a thing with like pictures. I used to know what they all were, but I can't remember what claw grip is. But that one does seem, yeah, very angled fingers. I think that one seems kind of cursed. That would be the cursed mouse grip, I think. Stable to ask who did your tax though, but then you just said it. Yeah, for me it's easy, luckily. Oh my god. I don't really have a whole lot to report, and I mean, they did change the federal one this year, which is annoying that they change it at all. And they changed it to add a bunch of really stupid, seemingly useless things in there, just enough to throw you off to make someone else want to make it, you know, have someone else do it for you. But basically what I do is, if it says you need a schedule for this, I ignore that. For the most part. because I don't really have a whole lot of things that apply to me where it's like, oh, you need a special schedule for that. And you know what really is stupid? They're like, see schedule, you know, like 1 through 5 for, you know, these like sub portions of your tax return. And then on like certain things, it's like, oh yeah, just take the value from schedule A. And I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me you got schedules 1 to 5. And then just to make it even more stupid and confusing, you're going to start using letters now? Is A before the numbers? What does A even mean? I don't even know where Schedule A is. Anyway, I hate how stupidly annoying and complicated it is for no reason. But it is to keep the accountants in business, I suppose. H&R Block. But I say, just have the government do it for you and not have to worry about that. And then you might say, oh, well, those people will be out of jobs. Not if the government hires them on, because they're going to need a lot of help to do everyone's taxes for them. Anyway, it's good for clicking, but not good for hand comfort. I can definitely see that, actually. I didn't even think about how good it would be for clicking. That just kind of seems second nature, but I guess if I'm thinking of the right grip... Wow, I'm really gonna be running low on energy here. I guess I can eat this cactus fruit. Get a little bit of that energy back. Getting quite a bit back, but it's 1,000 less than what I got last year. That's pretty good. Or it seems pretty good to me. I mean, I'm not even getting 1,000 back. I don't get a whole lot back, I guess, is the downside for my taxes being easier, I guess. And I know those things don't go like hand in hand, but because I don't have a lot going on in terms of taxable income and all that, I don't get as much back, but it is a hell of a lot easier filling out those forms. Because then it's like, oh, if you've done this in the past year, then you need to fill out this. Oh, and they had a section about virtual currency, which I thought was bullshit, but... Like, the whole point of that is... And I'm assuming they're talking about cryptocurrency, because... Virtual currency... The ice cubes that I have are virtual currency. They don't mean anything, but they're virtual currency. So what? I gotta put my ice cubes on my tax return? I gotta put on everyone's channel points on my tax return? Come on, government. You can't just call it virtual currency, but they can't say crypto because of, you know, how that's supposed to be decentralized. They want to take a little bit out of that too. Which I don't think is even legal, but I mean, I don't know what the legality behind that. Pretty fucking shocked when I see how much I got last year just from being in college. Yo, that's kind of nice. I can't remember what it was like when I was a student, but I think because I still, at the time, had my parents claiming me as a dependent, that I got a little bit less. But I don't do that anymore because I'm an independent man who don't need no government tax return. Please return my taxes, thank you. But anyway, I think you get more if you're not considered a dependent, and for the sake of tax filing reasons, that's how I've been filing. Get a little bit more money that way. Okay, here we go. Tron, as long as I live. God damn it. Oh well. I'm actually not too concerned about any of the information that did just leak, but I don't understand why you're so worried about it. I have a weird thing about privacy. I'm not, like, in the... No, it's not your fault, Warlord. It's my fault. I had display capture on. I forgot. I took away the main thing that would dox me last time, though, but then I didn't account for the fact that, oh, yeah, like, there could be other things, too. Okay, yeah, I definitely didn't dox myself, which is nice. I just got concerned that I might have. Unless this shows my phone number. No, it doesn't. And if it did, I don't care if you guys call me. Anyway. Display capture, never being turned on ever again. I've learned my lesson. I mean, okay, I can put it on now to show you the reason I have it in the first place is for doing cool things like this, and being able to like draw on the screen. like that. I love the telestrator that Desi made me, but it only works with display capture. Didn't notice any phone numbers on screen. No, there weren't any phone numbers. I double checked. But yeah, I just wanted to link this because the mouse used to be $70 and is very solid. I think it beats most mice at that price point. All right, I'm going to take a look at it now that I have display capture off. There we go. And probably, I did close the I was going to say, and probably close the telestrator to prevent further, well, I mean, I guess just because I'm not using it anymore. SteelSeries Rival 300. This used to be 70? It's a nice mouse. Looks like it's got a no, not a braided cable, actually. I was going to say, if it's got a braided cable, sign me up. Although I actually don't like the braided cables as much anymore. 6 programmable buttons, including CPI, configurable resolution up to... Wait, resolution? What? And you got 30 million clicks. That's a lot of clicks. I'm going to see if I can find the one that... the SteelSeries mouse that I had my eyes on is newer and probably needlessly expensive. Really like Corsair's braided cables over Logitech's. I agree. Braided cables, in a lot of instances, at least for me, they get kind of annoying because they get all stiff and they just don't want to act right. And it's like, I'd just rather not have that. Alright, this is the mouse, the SteelSeries mouse that I've been looking at. And again, it has some features in it that make it needlessly expensive. But can I just say I love it for what it is? Now, if it's a good mouse, I don't know. But this is the one that I've been looking at. The Rival 710. Which has... How many clicks does this one have? 60 million clicks! That's over 9,000! But yeah, the things I like is that it has a admittedly kind of useless OLED screen on it. But it has vibration. I want rumble in my mouse. This is basically my point, though. All the new models cost a lot because hype, but for $38, it's hard to argue. Right, exactly. The only thing that might have an argument is this one is rated for 60 million clicks, where the other's rated for 30 million. But as far as for how accurate that even is, I don't know, man. I just like the very novel features it has. And I guess you can customize the lighting, too, but... Or can you? Yeah, I guess you can. Not that much RGB or RBG, but I don't need too much RGB on it. Vibration is bad for your hand, though? Okay, yeah, probably. That's also true. Maybe it's the console gamer in me likes it. Alright, let's go get back into the game. EA Sports. It's in the... It's not really in the game anymore now, is it? It's in the microtransactions you gotta play. It's in the Ultimate Team card packs that you gotta buy. And even then, you're probably not gonna be lucky enough to get anything nice. Because that's how they get you. Does look very much like a successor model. I think that's like what they mean for it to be. And even that one, I think, isn't the newest. Because I think I've seen that one for, like, a while now. And I don't need, like, the newest, per se, but, like, maybe if a newer one is cheaper. Which, you know, depending on how things are, it may or may not be. Sometimes they discount the older models to get them out of there. Sometimes the older models become rare and they end up being more. Why the OLED screen for the logo light? It like apparently has information about the game that it displays. I probably wouldn't use that because I'm never looking at my mouse when I'm playing a game. But, I mean, it just looks cool. Your mouse has a screen. I mean, it's just cool. Useless, perhaps. Does it drive the price up unnecessarily? Almost certainly. But I like it. Oh, and battery level indication, I guess, is nice too, but... Wait, why would it have that, though? Because, like, shouldn't it be, like, wired and not have that? But maybe there's, like, an option for it to be not wired? I don't know. I gotta say, for the longest time, I preferred wired mouses, or mice, or however you want to call it. Seems like an over-the-top gamer feature. OLED has also things burning into display. Ooh, rip. Yeah, it definitely is an over-the-top gaming feature. Yeah, battery life for wired. I don't know if it is wired, though. I wasn't looking at it long enough. Oh, we got some iridium out of that. But I've always preferred wired because of the whole slight input delay thing, and sometimes wireless can get a little bit wonky. But I think they've fixed that mostly. Just stick to a regular mouse? That's probably for the best, honestly. Just a regular, no-nonsense mouse. Why am I going this way? The ladder's right here. It is wire. Okay. But yeah, apparently some wireless mice have caught up where it's like you don't really get that problem of weird input delay slash not acting rightness. Wired is better, cheaper, and the cable never bothered me once. I'm kind of with you. The cable bothers me a tiny bit, but, like, I have it set up in a way where it doesn't really get in the way or anything like that anymore. Look to the bottom of it, and it appears to have a USB cable connected to it, but there's literally no space around it to disconnect it. Oh, that's interesting if that's the way they designed it. But yeah, I wasn't sure if it was, like, wired or if it was, like, wireless, and that was just a picture of it plugged in and being charged. Slash, I guess, maybe you could just plug it in anyway. Biggest problem with wired for me is currently the wire's too long. Yeah, then that's just kind of how they, oh god, get sometimes. Like, for me, I kind of have to route my cable around the underneath part of my desk. Just to make sure that it's stretched out enough so the braided cable doesn't get all curled up and messy. And although I guess I'd rather have it too long than too short. But still, there's definitely cases to be made for both. Zigzag around my monitor like 2 times. There you go. That'll do it. Alright, we're going to get the heck out of here because it's late. Easy fix with good wire management. Also, perhaps true. That I don't know if I've mastered just yet. I mean, I got spaghetti all over the place in my current workstation setup. Alright, so we could sell the coconuts. We could sell the white algae. Sell the slime. And I guess we'll just sell these to get them out of here. The rest of it, I think I want to keep. I don't know what made the sound that it was done, but we're going to, like, harvest this stuff as well. It's a little bit risky because of how late at night it is. And I'm going to make a power move in a second here. That's a little bit unnecessary, but will... Actually, it might be necessary now that we're, like, where we are in time. But we're going to teleport straight to our front door again. And even though we were very close. And I'm not going to be able to sell the stuff, so I guess the point of getting it now was kind of negated by the fact that I wanted to get in bed. Although, that's probably why we ran out of energy at this point in the Stardew thing when it happened, because I passed out next to the couch. Not even on the couch, next to the couch. Alright, but here we go. Gonna go get him again on Tuesday, the 23rd of fall. Hey, I'm just debating what I should do today. I'm not used to having this much freedom. Well, you can do whatever you want to do. It's like the Rival 310 is the successor for their $40 mouse, while the 710 is for people with way too much, or with too much money. That's a fair assessment, I would say, yeah. But also 60 million clicks. Again, I have no idea. Oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. That's kind of nice, actually. I have no idea how accurate that actually is. But if it's true, then I would say, yeah, maybe there's some value in that. But then again, that might be a pretty big if. Recent says 50 million. Oh, for some reason I thought it said 30 million. Maybe I read it wrong. Alright, 50 million versus 60 million. Maybe not quite as much justifying the price hike then. Like, it's better, but like 10 million clicks? I mean, that's a lot of clicks, but like, again, you click so much. That was the 300 I linked earlier, which is older. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Now I understand things, kind of. Still kind of trying my best, but I think I get it now. Been slightly, very slightly enlightened by my own not understanding earlier, but now I understand. I don't know what I'm trying to get at. Again, the whole brain working on the weekends, or basically like any time ever, kind of becoming a rarity. Which, again, I don't know what's more concerning, that fact or the fact that I don't really care too much. But it's like, it's one of those things where when you try to make your brain work, sometimes you get a headache. At least I do. The reason why I even said battery level indication in the mouse is only because there's a pic showing the side that says plus 85%. But now that I think about it, it's probably for the brightness of the RGB lighting. Oh, I thought it was health. I thought that was like showing like the player's health, because I think that's kind of like why they want the screen, or the feature they're trying to advertise with the screen being there, is it to show you like in-game information. But I could be wrong on that. It also could just be the brightness of the RGB lighting. I would be a little bit surprised if there was a brightness indicator though. Didn't look into it enough. Maybe the 310 could be something I get once this one dies. It doesn't want to die though, which is good. 6 years, tons of clicks. Played so much Reflex, Minecraft, and all the other clicking. Yeah, between those games, those are like click-heavy games too. So you're definitely on the higher end of clicks you're getting out of that thing. So maybe the 310 could be cool. You know what? Let's put the goat milk in there this time. Yeah, it would make a lot of sense for the battery life. Like, that would just be a nice feature to have. I think having it be battery life is way more useful and exciting to me over the brightness level of RGB lighting, or if it is like an in-game stat. I would much rather it be a battery life indicator. Right button wired, what do you even display there? Exactly. It's like, it's just a kind of a weird... It's a weird thing, right? Like, I don't think that's going to be the future of computer mice, is having OLED screens on it that tell you things. But it is cool. It wouldn't make sense for it to be in-game information, since literally nobody looks at their mouse while playing the game. That's exactly what I was saying. Unless they're just admiring it after first getting it. Right. Like, you wouldn't... Maybe... I don't know. No one does that. You don't look at your mouse when you're playing. You look at the game when you're playing. I think the 85% was some marketing thing, not really something you want to display. Well, could be. Like, it might say on their page, but, like, I'm not gonna read that to find out. At least not right now. Like, right now, I'd rather play Stardew Valley than find out about the OLED screen on a mouse I may never get. However, it is kind of cool. But again, that is also like the reason it costs as much as it does. It's an expensive mouse. One that you might be better off waiting to go on sale. They say Discord notifications while being full screen on one monitor, so maybe if you have Discord sound off. Oh, that's kind of funny too, actually. Put your Discord notifications on there. I could almost see that helping, but like, as someone who normally has one monitor entirely dedicated to Discord, they're not selling me on that one. But yeah, single monitor setup, perhaps. Perhaps. Although, I mean, you might be full screening something, because like usually you see the Discord thing on the taskbar, at least if you're in Windows. I don't know how it works on other platforms, but I assume it would be the same. Once you have 2+ monitors, it doesn't matter. Right. And for how expensive the mouse is, you know, if you're spending that kind of money, you probably have or could reasonably get another monitor. So that's also a thing. Because remember, your secondary monitor doesn't have to be a super gaming monitor. You can only have, like, you know, you could get by with just having just the one gaming monitor and have just like a regular not so great monitor next to it. Which is something I, for whatever reason, only recently realized. That, hey, you only have to have the one gaming monitor. The other one could be kind of trashy. I mean, obviously you want it to be okay, but you don't have to worry about having 144 hertz refresh rate and all that stuff. Whereas at 145 these days, I don't know. Maybe they added one in there. What was I going to do today? It's Tuesday, my dudes, but I don't remember what I was going to do today. I guess I can go mining again. Wait, how much iridium do we have now? I mean, the monitor things, vibrations, slightly better switches, etc. for $30 seems okay to me. It makes sense to have one expensive product these days. Yeah, I agree. You know, they got to have something on the high-end market. You are getting a lot of clicks out of it. The switches are maybe nice. The vibration is kind of novel, but, you know, for some people it could be cool. Thinking of 165? Yeah, I'm probably thinking of 165. And 144 is the other one. Realistically, I would go for the 310. The 310 does seem like the better option, yeah, especially if it does have 50 million clicks. And for the price difference, I mean, you don't need a screen. You don't need vibration. Are they cool? Yeah, but you don't need it. And even for some people, they might not care at all. And for those people, they would probably not even consider the Rival 710 or whatever that one was. I swear there's like a Rival 800, though. But I might be thinking of the Sensei 800. And yeah, the SteelSeries, they make a lot of mice, but that's okay. I am going to go mining again today. Because we almost have enough iridium to upgrade a tool. Should be kind of cool. Probably upgrade the pickaxe. Then the axe, just mainly because I don't use the axe nearly as much. Also, we're just going to annihilate these 2 digging spots all at once. Boom! I don't see that every day. I think the biggest argument for me would be the Quality SteelSeries has a $40, is usually 50 plus for other brands. And I haven't used a SteelSeries product, but I've heard good things about them. I don't think I've heard bad things about them. Like, they got a good reputation for a reason, you know? Especially when it comes to mice. You know, some people like their keyboards too, their headsets maybe. I would probably... The product I would get from them would probably be a keyboard, but I wouldn't, like, turn down a mouse. Like, if they were like... I mean, I meant mouse, but I wouldn't turn down a keyboard. I got those two backwards, but... Like, if they were like, hey, here's a free keyboard, I'd be like, hell yeah, thank you. But realistically, that wouldn't happen. They don't know who I am. I hardly know who I am. And I am myself. You know what? I think I'm just going to restart this one. Just, pretend we didn't hit that floor. Oh my gosh, look at all the slimes. Yeah, this is a much better floor. Got some spicy eel. Really hoping to get a little iridium out of any of these slimes here would be nice. They're exploding all over the place. We got 1 iridium at least. Okay, that's 3. Already doing better than our first trip. I would like to get that topaz. There we go. Just explode it. That's all you need to do. Got some more iridium there, it looks like. Yep. A purple slime egg. Which is not something I'd make an omelet out of. Skeptical for headsets as headphones, but that's me being biased to get something from a major headphone brand that only makes stuff for the hi-fi market like Sennheiser. Yeah, like Sennheiser, I think for me, will be my go-to for headphones almost no matter what. I don't think another brand would be able to persuade me otherwise. I mean, Sennheiser, I've actually used their products. They're great. They have a great reputation. You're paying a premium also. You know, they're not cheap. I mean, they do make cheaper products, but you know, if you want something real nice, it's going to cost you. But you know what? I've had this pair of Sennheisers for like almost 5 years now. I want to say, like, maybe shorter, maybe longer. I don't know. And they're just as good as they've been day one. I don't see any reason why that would change. And something else that's kind of nice is this cable here, which you can't see because my beard and face are blocking it, but it's not like hard attached to the headphones. So if your cable dies, your headphones don't die. You can just replace the cable. And a lot of headphones/headsets don't have that these days. Hey, oh, that was weird. Did not want me walking in that tile for a second. But yeah, sound quality is nice. Comfort-wise, it's pretty good. Although comfort-wise is something that's a lot harder for me because I get headaches like all the damn time. So I still do sometimes get headaches from wearing them for extended periods of time, but I think that might be more of a me thing than a this product thing. I mean, they got plenty of cushioning on the top by where your head is. You know, the part that would cause tension headaches. Oh, great. Alright, so it wasn't that it didn't want me going in that tile, it's that my keyboard either needs to be cleaned again or is dying. Which is interesting, considering we just started talking about keyboards and mice and stuff. Maybe not just started, I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, but anyway. Like, remember how a while ago, like, my D key didn't want to work? That was like a few weeks ago. And then right after that, I cleaned it, everything was fine. And now the same thing's happening on the S key. At least I think it was the S key was happening too. I'll have to pay more attention to that, but hopefully it just needs to be cleaned again. Because I don't want to get a new keyboard. I got health insurance to buy. I ain't got time for no keyboards. Health insurance, by the way, stupid. It's actually just dumb, the way they do it here. I guess I didn't really realize it until I saw what the options are when you don't get it through an employer, which is basically what 90% of people probably do. But if you're like in that 10% area, it's like, you might as well just say, you know, I'll take my chances. Which is ridiculous, but whatever. Sounds like me with my Logitech keyboard before I replaced it. Oh no. God, I hope not. RAM, Corsair, case fans, and coolers, be quiet. The list is pretty long. Oh, by the way, Warlord, I gotta show you something. I found a case fan that would work on my case, but I don't know if I want to get it. And I wanted to get your opinion on it, but I always forgot. Let me link it real quick. It's a white one. I would get it in black if I could, but like where it would be in the case, I wouldn't really see it anyway, and wouldn't really mind. But does this one seem like a good case fan to you? Because when looking at case fans, I went to try to match the same RPM and noise level of my current CPU cooler fan. Oh yeah, and then the Logitech keyboard, of course. But yeah, that was the fan I was looking at. I don't know if I'm going to get that one or continue looking, or if I'm going to get any fan at all anytime soon. Have one more comment above Apollo. Oh, you did. With hardware, it's really an entire landscape for me. Acer/Asus monitors I like. I agree with that. Then for Mobo's MSI, I lean towards Asus and Gigabyte on those, but MSI makes good ones too. But yeah, I mean, you know, we have all kind of like preferences or brands that we're likely to go to first when thinking of like hardware. For mice, it's SteelSeries, headphones, Sennheiser. Happens if you try to be aware of quality. I don't think there will ever be one brand that does everything at best. Oh yeah, I 100% agree with that. I mean, if there is, well, I mean, I guess they would just run away with the entire market, but I don't think that has really a chance of happening. Just listing stuff though, but no, it's cool, and I like seeing what people's brand preferences are. And you know, it's not even just like blind brand loyalty. It's like these brands are proven to be good, you know, through product use. You know, people have good experiences with them. It's not just this brand sounds and looks cooler. Actually, Asus is good for MOBOs, but sometimes you pay extra because, well, Asus. That too. And for me personally, I've actually been wanting to get away from Asus for MOBOs lately because I find that their BIOS stuff hasn't been the best. Like, for my old computer before this one, the BIOS was kind of trash, but I always just chalked it up for being like, you know, it wasn't a premium motherboard at the time, and also it was like really old. And now the one I have is better than that, but it's still not very good. And I basically want to do anything I can to ever have to, you know, I want to never go into that menu ever again. I think technically all 3GB MSI and Asus make good boards, but I found that usually Asus is a little pricier. I agree with that too. Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes you're paying for the Asus brand. And for Gigabyte, the thing that's got me on their train now is, I mean, they've always had like a decent reputation, at least as far as I remember. But they have like a thing on there where it's like, I forget what they call it, but it's almost like a backup BIOS where if you fuck up one BIOS, then it'll just load a backup one where everything isn't fucked up anymore. BIOS flashback. It's like that, but they called it something different. They might just call it their own thing, but that's essentially what it is, yeah. And I think that's really nice. That's something that I don't have. And that's something I would like to have because that way, I mean, there's just so much less to worry about, you know? It's not even because you need it. It's just peace of mind. That's what everybody calls it. Yeah. Yeah, and they might even call it that for all I know. But I thought it was a different name. But it's like, yeah, I could do this in BIOS and feel fairly confident because even if I mess it up, I could just revert back to the other BIOS that works. Like, why isn't that standard? And I don't think Gigabyte's the only people who do it, but the first ones that I've seen advertised and also, like, people say, hey, the version that the Gigabyte people have is really nice. I recommend it. And so I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I build a new computer anytime in the future, I might choose Gigabyte for that reason. But we'll see. I don't know. That's probably a long way off. Although my friend did ask me to help him build a PC with like a $3,000 budget, so that's going to be fun. Oh god, this might not be fun. Yeah, you know what? I'm leaving. Goodbye. we're just gonna go home a little early tonight. That is what it's called. Okay. BIOS flashback then. Very good feature, if you ask me. Sell the coconut, sell that. Guess we could sell the slime eggs. I don't really need those. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep the slime eggs just in case I need them for some stupid reason. You never know. I just checked. I got the black Pure Wings 144mm. The Shadow Wings are a bit more silent, I think. Generally one tier higher than Pure Wings. Okay. That's the thing I liked about it, is that it matches the maximum noise that my current CPU cooler makes. And I think it has the same RPMs too, but it is a slightly bigger fan. And looking at PC Part Picker, that one wasn't on PC Part Picker. But like just going through the rough compatibility filter they have, there were like 104mm fans that would fit for my case. So I think that should work. But, I mean, not every 140mm fan is obviously exactly the same, and you know, it might be cutting it close, and it maybe depends on the form factor a little bit, but I think I'd be safe going with that. 140mm should be more silent than 120. I agree, too, because then it's like the bigger the fan is, the less noise it has to make to do the cooling. That was probably the worst explanation I could possibly give of that, but it's true. It's something, I mean, I don't know, physics maybe? I'm just going to put the slime egg in here, by the way. Oh, I can almost get another tool. I don't know how much I want to go mining today, though. I mean, I don't mind being on the mining grind. I have a good time with it, but I want to have a little bit of variety today, if I can. You also have two 120mm at the moment, so can also then put the more silent one at the back. Do you think that would be the better thing to do? Have the silent one being in the back or the front? Because I was just going to slap it on the front, call it a day. Well, I mean, I was going to replace the one that's currently on the front, but yeah, I only have room for 2 fans. Think you mean to say they push more air through the fan when they're bigger? Yeah, yeah. That is also true. And the more air they push, I guess the less hard they have to work to push the same. Like, a smaller fan would have to work harder to push the same amount of air, right? And when it's working harder, it gets louder. 140 millimeter front, yeah, then you have 2 left over, so you have a choice for the back. Wait, 2 left over. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right, that's right. No, I just misunderstood what you said at first. Yeah, okay, so I'd put that one in the front, and then between the 2 fans that have left over, the current front and the current back one, I could put the better one in the back. The area being bigger means the RPM can be lower to get the same pressure. Pressure is force divided by area. Yeah, and that would be the technical way to say that, I guess. The most technical way. Maybe not most, but more, at least. I get the very basic idea behind it, but yeah, you're right. Although I wouldn't have said pressure. I would have just said, well, the thing I just said, which, again, was a very layman kind of explanation of it, at best. And I think the fans on my cooler are my CPU cooler are 120, but they're still pretty silent. They only hit the, at least according to what they're rated to, they only hit the approximately 14 decibel range under max load. And they do seem to be kind of right about that. And again, I think the fans that were making all the noise on that one stream was my case fans. I don't think that was my CPU cooler fans. And if it was, then something crazy's going on, because they weren't like that before. Could even express pressure as energy per volume if you want to be extra confusing. Yeah, no thanks. my brain can't handle regular pressure half the time. So I think I'll just stick with, I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, the fan taking away air in front of it makes for a pressure differential to initiate the airflow. Yeah. I mean, I know what you're talking about, and it makes sense to me. But those are not the words I would use, I guess. Sometimes I like to use words like that for fun. But, like, as far as for knowing what I'm talking about, I'm not confident enough to use those words. Not for this. It does make perfect sense. Need to go shave and shower, though, so be back later. Alright, see you later, Apollo. Have a good shower and don't cut yourself shaving. Which, apparently, yeah, I think you remember said you use an electric razor and hardly ever cut yourself shaving, so that's good. That's good. You won't have to worry about that too much then. Alright, we'll quickly breeze through our farm chores. I don't remember what the spirits said they were doing today, so it's probably not too important. Oh, we got honey. I will take honey. By the way, I was looking into some of the mods that I might be doing for the modded playthrough of Stardew. And I'm kind of excited by the stuff that's out there. Like, I just went through, like, the top 5 pages sorted by most popular on Nexus mods for, like, a preliminary mod search, and I found a lot that I'm interested in. So I'm gonna have to see if they'll all work with each other, and I think they should. But, you know, anyway, I've done a little bit of searching for now, and some of them are pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to a modded playthrough of this too, but I mean, I'm enjoying the vanilla one right now. With water pressure, there is a really visually pleasing sketch / thought experiment you could do to understand it. Wish that was standard at all schools when first introducing the concept. I agree. Like, there were some instances of that at my school, or my schools rather, I guess, where they would, like, kind of show you visually and kind of present it in sort of that thought experiment type of manner. And I always thought that helped engagement, you know? It helped you be more interested in it. It helped you want to understand why things work the way they work. And it was usually in, like, physics or chemistry where they did demonstrations like that. And it would be nice if something like that was, like, standard, basically, where it's like, yeah, well, this is how we... Did I really forget to water that one at some point? That's a little disappointing. By the way, another annoying thing about my headset is that the left ear pad keeps coming off. That does kind of suck. Since the material is so stretched out, won't actually grab onto the plastic for it to stay on. Oh, that sucks. Why it gotta be like that? Because with the way it's currently taught, nobody really understands why pressure is force/area. Also, people confuse it with density. People confuse pressure with density? What? And all. It's tough to get it right in your head, though. Yeah, I can see... Okay, maybe, like, they confuse the formulas with density, I could see, but, like, I don't think... Well, then again, I'm just going to say it would be surprising to me if people are confusing the concepts of pressure and density. Although that might be the case, I don't know. Just, that would surprise me a little bit. But yeah, like, force and area and, like, force and mass over volume. I can kind of see that. Maybe not the concepts, but how they're tied to each other. Oh, okay. That I'm not 100% sure of, then. Yeah, looks like I did forget. Or either that or it just, like, did one of those things where it sort of glitches and doesn't get watered. The video footage will tell us for sure. The video footage, which I will need to edit in order to have the VOD up. But that's okay. I'm just saying it out loud so I remember to do it. Which probably won't be too hard to remember, but... It's very different depending on if you have gases, fluids, or solids. I could kind of see that. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. But I could definitely see it being different for those. I guess I would have to see that, like, that thing you were talking about. Like, that thought experiment / sketch / whatever. Oh, man, I only forcefully took it off, like, 2 times before, then it started coming off by itself. Ooh, yeah. Blaming Logitech on the shitty material that they use. Why? They got it. Come on, Logitech. You can do better, and you know it. Hopefully it wasn't glued in then. It sounds like it might have been, yeah. Oh, it wasn't? Okay, well, that's good, at least. I mean, it does suck that they apparently used subpar material for the ear padding or whatever you call that stuff, but sometimes it be like that. Have other people, or like, have you like seen other people have similar problems with that headset? Like, have you looked around to see what other people are saying? Because I find that sometimes when like there's like a product that has like problems that are like well known and documented, some people come up with some cool kind of like hacks or whatever you want to call it to kind of get around it / solve it. So that might be worth looking into a little bit. So we put the pine tar in here. Yeah, we do. Alright, I think I will go mining again. But tomorrow, for sure, I'm going to do something different. Sometimes they do minimal amounts of glue, but I trust you on that. Okay. Yeah, I could see them doing like a little bit just to kind of touch it up, maybe. Also, I keep wanting to go towards the bus to go to the desert. I don't got to do that anymore. Now with the ear pad, just the firmware breaking the headset every so often and it needed to be reinstalled. Oh, God. I mean, that sounds annoying, but hopefully just it doesn't happen too often. Maybe, like, once the nightmares are kind of over, it is, for the most part, just isn't annoying anymore, you know? Actually, I had something really weird happen the other day when I played Red Dead, was... When I launched the game, I immediately got a pop-up saying I need to update my drivers, and that I should be using the latest NVIDIA drivers. And then when I checked, I already am using the latest drivers. So it's like, oh, what are you talking about? I already got that. What do you want from me? 2021s? Yeah, I thought you had those. Yeah, I have just the latest drivers they released. I don't remember when it was, but it's like, here, you have the latest game-ready driver. And like, the drivers work fine. It's just that game in particular was like, yeah, you need the latest drivers, by the way. I mean, it still played. I don't even know why it gave me the notification if everything still worked. Where did it say you needed to be on the latest drivers? It was like this weird pop-up thing that happened right when I launched the game. It was like one of those small, sort of, I don't remember exactly how it looked, but I want to say it was a kind of a smaller one. And it had like the yellow exclamation point thing in it, sign or something like that. It was from either the Rockstar launcher or from Red Dead Redemption 2 itself. The Rockstar launcher, by the way, not very good. As most launchers that aren't Steam tend to be. Well, although even Steam has its problems. Yo, Nick, thank you for the host. And April, welcome to the stream. Good to see you both. How's your weekend going? Tell me about your weekends. Or else I'll ask again, maybe. I guess. I don't know where I'm going with that. Speaking about NVIDIA, I think nobody ever double-checked with Jenna if she set her monitor to 244 Hz in the NVIDIA control panel. Oh, that'd be a good thing to check in on. What up? Good, just got home a bit ago. Nice. Well, welcome home, then. Should have said my things a minute later now that Nick is here. Perhaps. Perhaps that would, well, I mean, I guess you kind of still can. You know, you do what you want to do. Also, I don't need this magnet ring, so let's get rid of that. I read it out loud. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. See, I'm a genius. I knew I needed to do that. Hey, we got ourselves the way forward. Get out of here, slimes. You're no longer welcome in your own home, which I kind of feel bad about a little bit, but sometimes it'd be like that. Rockstar, whatever Red Dead Redemption 2 uses for their launcher. Yeah, it's the Rockstar launcher, and it's not good. It's probably the worst launcher I've used. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works. It's just, like, completely unnecessary. And has just weird quirks with it. Think Apollo helped Jenna choosing the monitor she got? Do you remember if she's... Oh. Yeah, Apollo, do you remember that? They need to fix their shit then? Like, what the hell? They kind of do, yeah. Although they... I wouldn't be surprised if they just never did. They don't seem to really care about their own launcher that much for how much they want to push it for buying their games on it. I mean, I get it. They want a bigger cut. You know, if you buy it from their launcher, then they get all the money. Whereas if you bought it from Steam, they get less money. So I get it. But at the same time, you should really put in more effort. But I don't know. They're weird. Be ways to play Counter-Strike or even Rocket League on 60 on a 2060. Yeah, definitely. I too possess lots of hertz that are greater than 60. Although to be fair, I don't play Counter-Strike. I mean, have played it. And I don't play Rocket League anymore. Competitively. Well, technically competitively. I play with my Rumble squad, and that's about it. I've actually kind of lost interest. No, I don't have a 144 Hz monitor. I have 60 Hz on both my monitors, which is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I'm happy with it. I haven't seen... Yeah, I know, right? I haven't seen in person what the difference 144 Hz makes, so one of these days I'll have to do that. Only need it for PvP shooters, realistically. I don't play any of those anyway. And I never, ever will. Probably. No, I don't know. I like to play all kinds of video games. I gotta admit, though, I would love to see Animal Crossing in 144 Hz, which would probably be the exact same as it is in... Yo, that was a nice combo. In 60 Hz, because it probably runs at 60 frames per second maximum anyway, because that's realistically the only thing the Nintendo Switch can do. Or the highest thing the Nintendo Switch can do in terms of frame rate. Makes a huge difference never going to 60 if I had the choice. Damn, really? I mean, I see a lot of people say that, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Yeah, with 60 FPS, it doesn't matter. I didn't think it did. But you never know. It might just be that much smoother of a 60 FPS experience. Don't ever touch me, mummy. You know, you're mean. I'm out of here. They're extremely mean to me today. Diabolical Beta, though. Yeah. I will play that if I get in. And if I don't get in, I want to watch someone who does get in, because that looks interesting to me. The trailer thing they put together looked pretty nice. Alright. We have enough to make one tool. Whoops, I already had coal in my inventory. No, we can't do that today. It's too late. And do we want to put anything else in there? It doesn't look like it, actually. I mean, you want it to sync frames with the refresh time. That's what VSync is for. So if you refresh more often than you have frames available, you get tearing. Oh, okay. So yeah, you definitely want that to be equaling up. Slash, yeah, you want that to... You want it to be all synced up and good, and not tearing is bad. I guess the main point I'm trying to make, but making points today has been a little bit of a challenge. That's okay, because it's Sunday, it's the weekend, and I can relax. I'm going to relax, damn it. I relaxed enough yesterday, though. I mean, that doesn't mean I can't relax today, too, but today I'm, like, also streaming. Not that streaming isn't relaxing, it's just, I don't know, like, you get in a mindset, I guess, where it's like, if I'm, like, not feeling good, then the stream's not going to be that good, you know? That kind of thing. Not having screen tearing is so incredibly nice to see. I 100% agree, I hate screen tearing. I don't get it too often, but when I do, I turn VSync on. Only argument for higher frame rate than refresh was in games that have frame-based input can feel smoother playing 125 FPS in shooters even on a 60Hz monitor. Yes, that makes sense. If, like, your inputs are tied to the frames or those things are connected. Get rid of that glass, I don't need that. But yeah, screen tearing is horrible and it looks bad and no one likes it. We don't like screen tearing up in here, I guess. Also, I think the bot still didn't wake up, so maybe it just took the day off. I'll have to look into it and see if it just went down today, or if I have to, like, redo something on my end for the alerts to happen. So that's a couple things I gotta do after the stream today, in addition to a meeting I have. Technically. I technically have a meeting. It's not really a meeting, though. Not the kind they make you do for work, anyway. I swear, though, meetings are, like, almost strategically designed to waste time. Like, I get it. Some meetings are probably kind of important, but, like, I think if you're having more than 10 meetings a year, that's probably too many. And I hear about this all the time from people in the corporate world that, oh, it's another meeting and no one ever does anything or pays attention. Yeah, well, maybe if you just, like, save meetings for things that needed meeting, I don't know. I just feel like that the corporate game masters that might be that's quite the thing to call them, I guess. The people who decide when / how many meetings, I think they're real good at wasting time. And I think they only partially realize that. I want to give them a little bit of credit. I don't think they're stupid or anything. But I do think they're wasting a little bit of time, and that's, I guess, fine. So far, this chat was more of a tech Sunday than a Stardew Sunday. Yeah, it kind of is. A lot of tech chats going on. A lot of chats mostly unrelated / completely unrelated to the game going on, too. I mean, I was talking about Animal Crossing earlier. Although I'll probably be sprinkling Animal Crossing into my chats / commentary / everything until the game comes out. And then when it comes out, it'll just be all I ever talk about. So, I hope you're not running around with 1 HP. Actually, I have 10 HP. But yeah, I'm kind of hurting a little bit. But I'm not going to get hurt by anything, so I don't mind too much. I'm not going to take anything for it, even though you're getting that shaking / actual blood coming off my health bar. We'll be okay. I hope. Wait, did we get mushrooms 2 days in a row? What's with that? I guess I'm not complaining, but did not expect that. Notification box over it, so how... Oh, it kind of is, actually, yeah. Yep, you can't see that at all. It's in the perfect spot to be hidden by that name. Rip. Well, you know what? At least it's mostly transparent. That was about as transparent as I could... Or, well, as... I don't know what I'm trying to say. I tried to like make it as unobtrusive as possible, while still having a nice space for people to be recognized on stream for the things that they do, like the following, the resubs, the raids, the hosts, the bits, all that great stuff. Because I appreciate it. Alright, looks like we can go to sleep now. And no mining tomorrow. We've been mining every single day. Pretty much, so gotta change things up a little bit. And remember to stay hydrated, everyone. I don't have much left in there, but having a little sip here and there is better than nothing, I guess. Cloudy with gusts of wind throughout the day. Spirits are in good humor, okay. And... Whoa, wait, what? Oh, Spirits Eve. Oh, right, Halloween! Okay. Alright, that's gonna be fun. Hey there, little guy. Alright, everyone happy today. I think Abigail might be outside. Yeah, I think she's outside. What I wanted to say is that you probably could get away with the black pure wings too, but since you have mesh at the front, it might be better to go with the shadow wings if you want it to be low noise after all. Yeah, I mostly want it to be low noise. As far as like cooling, I just figured, oh, hey, Abigail watered all the crops. Thank you. She's so nice and kind. As far as cooling goes, I just figured most, what do you call them? Like aftermarket fans, I guess. Non-stock fans would be better than the stock fans. By the way, I'm still here. I just don't talk. Hey, that's fine. You don't got to talk. You can talk as little or as much as you would like, as long as you're not spamming the chat, in which case we do have a slight rule against that, but nah, you're good. It's all good, dude. As long as you're sitting back, hanging out, enjoying your time, you know, that sounds good to me. How do you pronounce that? I know that bee-looking thing makes an S sound. I think. Again, it's been a while since I've, like, studied German in any sense. But that was, like, one of the first things they taught us, was that bee-looking thing is not a bee. Or, well, I mean, it looks like one, but sounds different. I'm just assuming you said something in German, which I guess would be accurate, technically. But this is an English-only chat, so how dare you? I kid, of course. Of course I only jest. Oh. Oh, we're out of food. Oh, this is bad. Oh, it's the great food shortage of fall 25. 25th of fall. Oh, this is awful. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Banned. You better watch it, mister. Yeah, they're gonna be mad too, aren't they? Oh no, I'm so sorry, everyone. I have failed you in doing the one thing I promised to do, and as a result, we have no animal products. You know, that's fair. You don't have to give me animal products. Can your animals actually starve, or do they just don't produce eggs and milk? I think they just don't produce eggs and milk or whatever. I'm pretty sure that you don't ever have to feed them ever. They'll just kind of hate you. which sucks, but I don't know. I guess it's just how it is. It'd be a bit too grim if they did that. I agree. I don't want that in my Stardew. Oh, you know what, though? There we go. Keep forgetting to water that one first, because it's a little bit easier to get it in that big sweeping range of the watering can. That's not the plant. That one is. There might be mods where you can have your animals die, but, like, oh, why would people want that? That's just mean. The game doesn't want it to happen, so that's one of the things where I'm like, you know what? Don't mod that in, okay? For my sake. I don't want to know that that thing exists, but it probably just does. Maybe if it was a separated hardcore / realistic mod, but definitely not for the normal player. Okay, yeah. I agree with that. I also just don't want it to happen because it makes me sad. We love our animals here, and I'm going to go get them some hay immediately. And they're going to have lots of it. Because, oh wow, we're getting so close to that 10 million mark. We might hit it today. I think we will hit it today. And it'll be the last achievement I ever need in this entire game. Unless they add more achievements, which some games like to do. Like Rocket League. Rocket League's a game I've perfected a few times, and they added more achievements. I don't mind that too much. It's just... sometimes, oh my goodness, this fire truck's going by. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself for the time being. Alright, they have passed. I don't know where the fire is, but I hope everyone's okay. Anyway, 500 food's probably good for now. I hope. Alright, I'll be now. I was talking to Jenna about it, and she said she believes she did as soon as she got it. Oh, that's good. Wonderful. Thanks for updating that. Thanks for updating us on that. There we go. I said the thing right. And see you in a bit. Enjoy your BRB. Alright, so we're at 500 out of 720. Yeah, that should be enough to definitely hold us off through the winter. And by definitely, I mean I really hope so. You go through that stuff real fast when you got lots of animals. But we're just going to hope for the best. I do need to go to Clint. We're going to give him our pickaxe. Which means that we'll definitely not be mining for a little while. But that's okay. It'll just make sure that the temptation is not there. Because we just can't do it. So no matter how bad I want to mine, we're not going to do that. We're going to take it a little bit easier. Heck, maybe we could see a movie. Honestly, just moving the mouse quickly on both monitors is a difference easy to notice. I'll take your word for that. That does sound like it'd be pretty easy to notice. Like, I imagine going from, like, 144, right? Something like that? 100, that range. Like, if you had that, like, on this monitor, and then you moved your mouse onto your other monitor, that, what do you call it? That, and, you know, your other monitor was, like, at 30 or something crazy like that, that it would be very noticeable and quite bad as a result. Did the Twitch RPG for free bits 2 weeks ago, and I still got no bits. Oh, that sucks. Did they say that they were going to pay out at a certain time? Because I know a lot of the times they'll say that you'll get your bits by no later than, and then it'll say like a date. So they do give you like a time frame on it. And I know that sometimes it could be a while. But I'm hoping you get the bits if it's still a possibility. Because that's how I get my free bits too, Twitch RPG. It's pretty great. I think I still have... Well, I mean, depending on who you are, it's pretty great. You answer surveys and they give you bits and enter you to win Twitch prizes, none of which I've won. Well, I mean, I got the bits, but not the prizes. But anyway, I was going to say, I think there might be a link in the panels somewhere to that, or I may have taken it out. I'm not sure. Yeah, because you would then notice a ghosting effect on the 60Hz monitor. Ooh, that's not fun. Heard it takes a month sometimes, but I want them now. I don't blame you. Honestly, they should just kind of pay out immediately, if you ask me. I don't know why they wait so long, but they might have a reason. There's actually a lot of wild food in this area, if you know where to look. Leah, you are correct. I've been having fresh salads almost every day. Wow. Well, much less of a ghosting effect on the 60Hz. Not really you, just the stuff we're talking about. Wait. Oh, yeah. Like, not me in particular, but, like, that would just happen. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know what it's like, but I could imagine it in my head, how it would work. Keep Apollo from doing the things he wants to BRP for. Rip. Meant more of a ghosting effect on 60. Yeah, as opposed to, like, the better one. Wait, is that no? Oh, yeah. More. I think I don't know if I read less when I read the word, but, like, I knew what you meant. So I might have even read it wrong, but, like, I knew what you meant, and it made sense to me. But yeah, I'm just now noticing that typo. You know what? Let's go into the woods. We hardly ever go into the woods. Let's change things up a little bit. Now I'm reminded why we don't really go here that much. I mean, we do get hardwood, which is kind of nice, and these mushrooms as well. And don't worry about your brain. It happens to the best of us. Those 2 mushrooms just got blasted. Well, they're gone now. Anyway, my brain's not faring so well either, so you know what? We got company in that, right? It's funny how NVIDIA was first like, RTX is the future, and then had the article about frames win games, saying higher FPS and refresh rate are great for competitive, so use G-Sync, TM. That's true. They want to have it both ways, but they can't. RTX, as cool as it is, that does cost a lot of frames. And I've only even used it, like, in one game. I think. See, that's another thing. They don't make it easy to turn RTX on, like you would think they would. You'd think it would just be like in the NVIDIA experience thing where, you know how like you can tweak options for certain games? It's not there. That's not where the RTX is. In fact, I think it's in every individual game. Medieval has an RTX beta, and I get like 120 FPS still. Oh, sick. That's awesome. Without it, I get 300 though. Yeah, 300's a lot better. Like a lot better. How is a Medieval, by the way? I cannot speak today. I did notice that you were playing it, and I meant to ask you that, but I forgot until you just brought it up. Would you recommend it? If so, I may have to wishlist that for sometime in the future. Go ahead and sell that slime. I like it. I don't know if you watched the video by now. Wait, Wait, did you link a video, or was it just the... Hang on. Now I have to check Discord. If you linked a video and I just straight up didn't watch it, I'm going to feel kind of bad. I did not watch that. The final... I mean, that seems like a good video to watch about it, too. What the heck am I doing with my life? Alright, hang on. I'm going to really quickly mute my game volume. And really quickly double check that I'm not going to dox myself. I think I'm good, but... Never mind, though. Wait, why never mind? It's all good. I want to watch it. I must have forgot at the time, because... Here, let me check when... No, we're good. I'm not going to dox myself. I'm going to check when that was sent. Last Thursday. Okay, I guess that kind of makes sense, because that was sort of when I was getting overwhelmed. That was when I'm like, I gotta talk to the insurance broker. And then the next day, oh, we gotta wait for the insurance broker to call me back. He never called back, by the way. And then I was like, oh, got all these other things I gotta do, like taxes. You always gotta do your taxes. And it's just everything was adding up all at once, which is why I took that one stream off. Because I was just like, I gotta just, you know... I'm going to really quickly try to get this stuff done, and then I'm just going to relax, because I really, really needed to relax. And I'm glad that I have it, because I did relax, and I feel pretty great today. Anyway, there we go. I have it. Did I turn my game volume back on? I did not. There we go. I threw it up in a new tab, so I will not forget about it. The first episode was really fun. You kind of have to configure the game a bit at first. I got rid of screen flashing on item pickup and made the pickup messages smaller. Those seem like pretty good things too. implement. And you know what? That's thoughtful design that they let you do that. It's a simple game, but what it tries to do, it does very well so far. That's kind of like what well, I was going to say that's kind of what I got initially from watching the trailer on Steam, but like, I guess I can't really tell that from the trailer on Steam. But I would like to watch that video. The gameplay looks cool. And I do like how it's like magic based. It's a little bit of a fresh twist on things. Not everything has to be guns. Not that there's anything wrong with guns. Those are cool too. Just sometimes a little magic can be the thing you need to change it up a little bit. Although I gotta admit, there's a lot of games that are just guns. And I'm not even saying that those games are bad. It's just, it's extremely overdone. I can't. And that's not like anyone's fault, really. It's just kind of how it is. And I'm not saying no game should ever use guns again, but it's just like, it's not as interesting as maybe it used to be, because it's just so common nowadays. Again, definitely not bad. It's definitely a shooter, though. That's why I linked a video with gameplay, not an RPG by any means. Oh, yeah, definitely a shooter. But sometimes just the simple thing of having, like, magic-based weapons instead of guns can be enough to be like, you know what? This could be kind of fresh. This could be kind of exciting. It literally, like, functionally, they could be exactly the same. But if you have magic instead of guns, that changes things a little bit. At least for someone like me. Who is mostly only a tiny bit tired of guns. Like I'm not actually tired of them, but like sometimes I am a little bit. I don't know. It's a very weird opinion / position that I have on this stuff. But yeah, I definitely got that it was a shooter, not an RPG. I don't expect any RPG mechanics. I think it's a really cool... I think it's really cool to swing a blade that releases a green mana slash that pierces through enemies. Yo, that is sick. See? That's cool. And not that guns aren't / can't be cool, but like, that's got me a little excited. That is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Again, I'll definitely have to watch the video to kind of get my full thoughts, maybe, or at least my fullest thoughts that I can really get before buying it and trying it myself, but we'll see. It definitely has my interest. That said, once Animal Crossing comes out, that's it. There will be no other games on this channel. It's just a joke, by the way. There will still be plenty of other games on this channel. I think. I can't promise that. Should not make promises I can't keep. I think it'll be mostly fine, though. It won't be all Animal Crossing all the time. Also, I have a feeling that a lot of people, and I could be wrong on this, but I feel like a lot of people are going to play it for a month and then leave it. Animal Crossing, that is. And nothing wrong with that. You can enjoy a game however you want to enjoy it, but I see a bunch of streamers who I watch primarily for like other content that isn't Animal Crossing that, like, you know, they play Nintendo stuff sometimes, and usually what it is like I'll see them pick up the latest Nintendo game that comes out, play it for about a month, and then like never touch it again. And again, that's fine. You know, they played enough to maybe get through the game, and that's all they want to get out of it. That's fine. I'm happy with that. You know, for them to be able to enjoy the game in that way is good. But like Animal Crossing is one of those things where I'm like, this is kind of like, I guess, again, you don't really have to make the commitment, but you're not going to get a lot out of it if you only play for a month. But then again, they're like binging the game in a way where they play it for like 6 to 8 hours a day on stream for a month to finish it. And like Animal Crossing is a game where you can't really do that for, but I don't know, maybe they'll do the time travel stuff. But anyway, I don't know why I'm making that point. I just have a feeling that, like, you know, the hype is definitely there, and that I think it'll just kind of end up being like all the other Nintendo games that I saw that happen with, like Link's Awakening DX, I think. No, whatever the Link's Awakening game that came out on Switch was like. And again, I don't begrudge people for doing that or playing that way. It's just, like, it was like the first month it came out, everyone played it. And then, like, the month after that, it was pretty much only the speedrunners left. And again, that's fine. I don't mind that. And I don't even know why I'm observing that, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not saying they're not true fans. You can play games however you want to play games. Don't let me gatekeep you. Just for some reason, I have a feeling Animal Crossing is going to be like that too. You'll see it all over Twitch for the first month, and then it'll maybe mostly be dead. I could be wrong, though. Hell, maybe this will be like the first in like some kind of Animal Crossing movement, where Animal Crossing just becomes the biggest game of all time on Twitch. I highly doubt that, by the way, but you never know, because like this is also the first Animal Crossing game coming out at a time where Twitch is huge. Like, Animal Crossing New Leaf came out. Twitch was decently big in 2013. Not the biggest, but it was there. Streaming from your 3DS, however, not something that's easy to do. Streaming from a console, easy to do these days. Especially compared to 3DS streaming. I just have a feeling it could also just take off from Twitch. I kind of don't think it will, but I think it has the potential. I mean, only time will tell, but anyway, that's enough of me talking about Animal Crossing. It'll come up again. It's just how it is. Also, the rocket launcher is called the Celestial Claw, and it summons planets from the cosmos that you shoot at foes with a chance to choose Earth too. Oh my god. You could shoot the literal planet Earth at people. I mean, I'm sold. Is it an accurate flat model? No, I'm just kidding. That sounds amazing, though. Doesn't make any sense, but like I don't care that doesn't make sense. That just sounds awesome. Some people ride the hype and then move on. I'm huge into playing what I love most for a long time. Yep, I definitely get that vibe from you. I mean, you play Minecraft, like, despite Minecraft kind of going downhill a little bit in more recent iterations of it, you're sticking with that game, whether it's still on 112 or I don't know how much you play the new stuff, but questioning your dedication to Minecraft is not something I will ever do, especially considering my dedication to most games, even the ones that I love, is not that high, like comparatively anyway. And I'm not saying you only play Minecraft either. I'm just, that's an example that I definitely know of for sure. That kind of fits for you. And, sometimes I ride the hype a little bit. I guess I kind of did that with Mario Maker, although that wasn't really the intention. I kind of got a little bit annoyed with it and only ended up playing it for... I played it for a little bit over a month, I think. I could be wrong, but... I didn't play that nearly as much as I had initially planned on when I first got the game. I thought I'd be playing that game to this day still. Like, I was like, I'm going to play this game forever. I guess it's, like, part of it for me is that I can't really design levels on stream. I thought that would be fun. Like, I literally can, but it's just so much easier to design levels on that with the touchscreen that it's like using anything other than the touchscreen just feels like torture. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. I mean, the game is based around magic and has some Lovecraft-heavy episodes. Yeah, that sounds like it'd kind of be up my alley. Why are you still mad? You should be eating this food that you have. Or maybe it technically wasn't there yesterday. Oh, nah, that could have been it. Like, I have the auto conveyors that deliver the food to them. They shouldn't be mad, but I'm guessing it just technically wasn't there yesterday. Yeah, they're gonna be mad too. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm new to the whole not feeding my animals thing, so sorry that experience has not been going well for you. All right, well, they have money now. Yeah, that's what they want. They just want money. They want to be paid. No, they have food now, so they should be good. I don't know why the word money came out. You cannot eat money. Although, you could make some weird, like, technically arguments on that one. Where it's like, well, technically, if you spend your money on food, you're kind of eating money. But you're not literally eating the money. So, it doesn't really work, if you ask me. Any game that requires you to be creative is hard to play consistently. Even Minecraft makes it hard for people to that love to build houses because you continuously need new ideas, I guess. I definitely agree with that. Like, there's definitely creative burnout that happens. And for Minecraft, that gets me a lot. And, I mean, the way I play Minecraft, though, is probably not the way you're quote-unquote supposed to play. I play more for the adventuring kind of stuff, and, you know, I do like setting up my own place. But I like just going out, exploring, seeing what the world has to offer, and I'm not a huge maker in that game. Like, I definitely don't touch the redstone stuff. Again, that's my own choice / ignorance for that reason. And I do like building, but then it's just like, it's so hard to consistently have ideas of what to build, and it's hard to maintain the drive to want to play the game. At least for me, it is. Stardew's creative elements, but there's always like events and mindless grind that makes sense in between. Right, exactly. And that's kind of what we're on now in the game. Like, we're getting close to that 10 million earned mark. I don't really care too much about that except for having the achievement, but like right now I'm just kind of grinding up money, going through the fall, and you know, we're going to start the next year. Interesting things you have for sale here. We're going to start the next year with a completely different farm, and I'm kind of saving money up to make that happen, as well as get my tools upgraded. But, you know, like, I have a lot of things going on. Yeah, like, sure, I'll have, like, design things where I redesign certain aspects of the farm, and, you know, I can kind of plan that out in the Stardew Valley farm planner thing. But, yeah, I mean, there's definitely creative elements, but it's not like the main part of the game, I guess. And I'm not saying that's even the main part of the game for Minecraft, but that is like a huge part of the game. Nick is also more in for adventuring, but he's also discovering things for the first time, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's true too. I was gonna say, like, Nick is really into Minecraft lately. He's been playing it a lot, even off stream, which is cool. And I'm happy he's really into the game, but like, I'm kind of thinking, how? Like, because, you know, I know that me and him kind of share the adventuring, the love for adventure in that game, but like you said, he is kind of discovering a lot of things for the first time too, which kind of takes me back to when I was discovering things for the first time in Minecraft. Yeah, I played that game like every day for a long time, and just kind of discovering what was there. And you know, let's see a movie today. What the heck? I think Stardew is a cool game, but I think it might be too linear for me. I love going into Minecraft and make a machine that automatically converts concrete powder into concrete, and then blow it up with TNT, collecting it with flowing water and hoppers, to then automatically box it in the shulker boxes just for the sake of it. Right. It's kind of like the different strokes for different folks kind of thing. Because this definitely has more structure to it. Oh. Well, I didn't want to go inside, but oh, whatever. We're going to bring Abigail to another movie. Because we can. But anyway, like, some of the mods that I was looking at do add, like, some mild automation elements to Stardew Valley. And I'm thinking, you know what? There could be some cool potential in this. It's probably nowhere near what you can do with redstone in Minecraft. And in fact, I will say it is undoubtedly nowhere near that level, but just, you know, a little extra something into the game, I guess. Minecraft, it's weird. There's a line you can cross when you spend too much time in your world that you want to return to it. Or so much time in your world that you want to return to it. I guess I can kind of see that. I don't feel it personally for my worlds right now. But, like, I can sort of... Where'd Abigail? Oh, she might not want to go today. Think Nick crossed that line where you didn't with your 114 world? Yeah, I definitely didn't get there, unfortunately. I mean, I had fun with it for when I played it. I just haven't wanted to go back. Like, there wasn't a time where I'm like, I'm not having fun with this. Except for... There was, like, a few moments I remember being a little bit frustrated with the game. But it made for some funny things happening, so... Like, for me, that was okay. I wasn't too actually mad at that. I just haven't had the desire to go back, whether it be because I want to invest my time in other games, or I don't know, just something about firing up Minecraft and playing it. It's not that I don't think I'd have fun. It's just, I think I would get bored. That might not even be the right choice of words there. It's a weird feeling. I can't really describe it accurately anyway. Tough to choose your own goals in Minecraft. I guess that's kind of it too. Like for me, I like having at least a little bit of direction. Abigail, want to see a movie? Hell yeah, let's go. And we will do some crane game stuff. I've not forgotten about the crane game. And, you know, like for Minecraft, it's such an open game, and it is true to the sandbox nature that you do kind of have to come up with your own things you want to do sometimes. You know, there are elements to the game where it's like... Yes. Oh, what? The crane game, you can't do that. I want to... Oh, whatever. Love horror movies. I hope it's scary. I think there's like different movies for the month, but I have no idea if we're going to be seeing the same one or not. Anyway, I know what Abigail likes. Wait, what was that other thing? Damn it. Alright, well, we're just going to go in. If it's the same movie, I guess we can skip it, but I don't think it will be. That's why a lot of people play mod packs that have a quest book type of guide that suggests what to do next. Or for me, that removes the fun playing by checklist that somebody else made. Yeah, I definitely see both sides to that. Like, I do like having that extra structure, but at the same time, you're just, like you said, going by someone's... Oh, we already saw this movie. Can I... Oh, I guess I can't skip it. Oh, well. I heard there was, like, a few movies per month. But... I don't know how that works in this game. I just thought maybe if you've seen one, it'll just automatically do another one. But it might be like on a schedule where certain movies play on certain days. I don't really understand the theater enough, unfortunately. But yeah, we already saw Mysterium. So sandbox games, or, well, games with limited direction are both really fun in my opinion, but also for me, I could be like, well... I don't know if I would last very long playing it, you know? Just past the point where I question Minecraft being fun. I do, however, end up playing on and off. So, wait, you don't question my... So it's like unquestionably fun? Like, I hope it's fun. But I guess I can see the on and off kind of thing, too. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, my own thoughts behind that are a little complicated, I guess. Like, I don't even fully understand what I'm talking about. Looks like a decent day for fishing. It's like your average NPC dialogue. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? Just want to talk to everyone before they go in the bar and have the same bar dialogue. Okay, she just called Linus a bad thing. Not very nice. Gus's secret spaghetti sauce. Ingredients may be secret, but the smell isn't. Alright, Mayor Lewis. You alright there? You're not at the bar yet. A lot of those pseudo sandbox open world games like Fallout or Far Cry that try to be both and end up being incredibly bland. I don't know, I kind of like those games for the most part. I mean, I haven't liked the recent Fallouts, but like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, I really enjoy those games. But yeah, they're not really like true sandbox. They're kind of like, you know, they're an open world, but there's definitely like a lot of direction for you. And there's like side quests and like things to check out where, you know, that can keep me engaged for a while. Again, might not be everyone's cup of tea. And also, I'm going to really quick fix this path in front of my house because I don't like the way it is right now. Oh, I can't because I don't have a pickaxe. I'm just going to water the ground, I guess. Like, I like those games. And I don't really think that they're bland per se, but they aren't truly... You can't, like, do whatever you want. Back in Fallout 3 New Vegas, they still had more RPG identity, where Fallout 4 is survival open world shooter with sandbox, and it just lacks character, doesn't excel at anything. I do agree with that. Yeah. Fallout 4 did not interest me in the slightest. Well, I mean, it did at the time, because I'm like, it's just going to be Fallout 3, but better. And it was almost nothing like that, and it was just, it existed. I don't know how many hours I have in that game on Steam, but most of those hours were trying to mod it and playing with mods, but still not having fun, even with mods that I hoped would make it more fun. Also, we're apparently just walking around today. It's one of those walking around kind of days. You know, those days where you kind of just walk around. Anyway, Fallout 4, I don't like it. Fallout 76 is actually a joke. Except no one's laughing. You know, they're laughing at its expense, maybe, but that's not why you want to be laughing. I mean to say Fallout, in a sense of the whole series, I think, despite not liking Fallout 3 personally, that it was good at what it wanted to be. I think that's... I see what you mean now. I mean, and when you think of Fallout as a whole series, Fallout 1 and 2 were very different from Fallout 3. If I'm remembering correctly. I think they were, anyway. Like, they were just, like, completely different genres, even, right? Still, I guess, maybe had a little bit of RPG elements. And, I guess, share lore, but other than that, that's kind of it. The entire open world hype in Skyrim, best game ever, pushed Fallout into this bland no man's land. That's kind of how I feel about it. And even Skyrim. Like, I liked Skyrim. I don't know if I still like it, but, like, for the first several hours, Skyrim was an absolute blast. But then it gets to a point where, okay, it's just another Dungeon of the Undead. And that's, like, almost every quest ends up getting samey at some point, where it's like, yeah, I technically haven't done everything there is to do in the game, but I've basically done everything that there is to do in the game, because the quests are all the freaking same. Especially the DLC got me, because, like, they released DLC for it, and everyone was hype at the time. It was kind of cool, but then it's like, oh, go back to this dungeon that you've already cleared out, and clear it out again. There's new enemies in there now. Like, come on, you can't even make your own dungeons for the DLC? That's where I was like, alright, this is just nonsense, and I don't like that. It's not a bad game, but they try to merge trends so much these days with games. Yeah. I can definitely see that. And with Skyrim, again, it's not like it's a bad game, it's just the amount of content there is deceptive, I think. It seems like it's this huge open world game where you got this whole continent to explore, and it's going to be great. And it is great for a little while, but then eventually it's just like, you know, the stuff you did over here is the same as the stuff that you could go do over there, so why do that stuff over there? You know, if you're already kind of bored of it and want something else to do. It's 11:20, we should probably head back. I wanted to see if we can get some more forge, but that's okay. Got a little bit while I was walking around talking about Skyrim. Now, Skyrim, on the other hand, is also one of those games that I think can be made way better by mods. I don't know why I dragged out the word way there, but maybe not that much better, but I would like to, like, mod the hell out of that game and play it and hopefully have a kind of fresh experience with it one of these days. Like, even Oblivion, I think, was just a better game overall than Skyrim. And that was the predecessor. Like, there's just a lot more variety in that game. There's, like, the mechanics are slightly better in that game, too, weirdly enough. Or, well, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're talking about. Because, like, swinging sword mechanics, that's been pretty weak throughout the series, I think. You literally just press the button and keep swinging your weapon until the thing dies. I think it's Magic where those games really stand out from each other, because Oblivion, you could make your own spells. Skyrim, you could press a button to hold down and shoot a constant wave of a spell, or you could press it occasionally to shoot concentrated balls of a spell, and that was basically all you could do. Alright, and this is actually the second to last day of fall, so we're not going to be wanting to plant anything here. Kind of a weird thing. I think with Fallout 4, people are like open world like Skyrim, shooter mechanics like COD, RPG like Final Fantasy, base building like Minecraft. I mean, maybe it has a bit of everything, but a bit of everything can quickly become a whole lot of nothing. I agree with that 100%, actually, yeah. Like, it doesn't really have anything that makes it its own thing. It's like, yeah, maybe there's a little bit of Skyrim, maybe there's a little bit of, you know, COD and some of the shooter mechanics. I mean, I will give them that. The shooter mechanics, I think, have improved in that compared to the other Fallout games. But that's about it. And even then, that's debatable depending on who you are, I guess. It's kind of like a more of a subjective thing. And yeah, like base building like Minecraft, although the base building was so limited, it wasn't even funny. Like, it's just, the thought of building a base in that game, at least right now, sounds like more of a chore to me. Anyway, we're gonna make pumpkin juice, because apparently this doesn't make pumpkin wine, it just makes pumpkin juice. So we're gonna get some juice up in here. I kinda wish I knew that before, making it, but... I mean, I guess I could have known that before making it, but I just didn't care to look that up. Don't know why I was so confident I'd get wine. Bigger games these days just want to take no risk. That's true. For the most part. So I don't know if you can see those super unique and characteristic games pop up again, like it's 2000 to 2010 all over again. Wouldn't that be nice, though? If that could happen? See, I'll give Nintendo this. They're a weird company who makes really strange decisions sometimes, like locking voice chat behind some weird mobile app that no one wants. But when it comes to games, they do try to innovate. I do feel like they try to innovate more than most other the companies out there. And I want to give them credit for that. Like, sometimes it doesn't pay off. Like, sometimes it's, like, borderline annoying. But usually, I think with Nintendo games, they try to say, like, what if this but different instead of what if this but newer. Do you make unique games, I guess, but I think the only reason for that is exploiting the games from doing console over PC. It could be, yeah. Like, you'd have to really put them in the situation to, and nostalgia too, yes. That you can't argue that. But I think the only way to really know that for sure is to put them in the situation where if they could develop for anything, they didn't have to be tied down to console. Like, say that wasn't a thing. If just the straight up games they made would be still innovative and, you know, high quality what they are. But we kind of talked about this another time too, where like, that's weird. Usually you get a lot of big milks, but we got a lot of small milks. Maybe that lack of food, maybe they're on strike. In that case, I don't blame them. But, like, if they would still, like, make quality games, then we talked about, like, it being so easy to optimize for one console, and then for PC, it's like, yeah, you can just upgrade a PC and kind of get gains out of that. How many games would have bought how many games would have bought a Pokemon game like the ones they recently released? Oh, gamers. Okay. Gamers would have bought a Pokemon game like the one they recently released if Pokemon weren't a giant game. Literally nobody. Yeah, I do agree with that. That game sold basically on its name alone. Like, I know there was people that were, like, hyped for it, but I also think that they were hyped because more Pokemon, not necessarily because it's good, because there are a lot of reasons why that game is objectively worse than a lot of the other Pokemon games out there. And the scary thing is a lot of the people who, I don't want to say bought into that game like it's a bad thing, but a lot of the people who were into that game and still are into that game don't, you know, they're, oh, I want to say they're in denial that it's a bad game, but they don't recognize that it's not really that good. I mean, it's just aggressively mediocre, is, I think, the best way to describe the new Pokemon games. Like, it's got the core Pokemon gameplay loop, and for some people, that'll always be fun. You know, when I played it, I thought that part of the game was okay. I wouldn't even say it was fun. I thought it was okay because the whole your Pokemon are super powerful. You'll never even come close to losing ever if you're at least reasonably competent at it, which is disappointing how easy it was, but just the lack of content and the very blatant withholding content from the game to then sell it back to you as DLC, and people still somehow being happy about that is a little concerning for that fan base, but I think I might just be done being a Pokemon fan. At least for the games, but I almost don't even want to buy merch or any. I mean, I'm wearing a Pokemon shirt right now. But I'm like, do I want to buy more merch if they're just gonna be shitty when it comes to the games? Maybe. I don't know. The merch is kind of nice. I'll give them that. They make high-quality t-shirts. And a lot of the Pokemon brand is, like, kind of carried by the merch these days, too. Which is another thing. Like, why make a good game when you're just going to get merch out of the new Pokemon anyway? That's where your real sales are. Old games were very good for the time. I doubt if they were a no-name these days, they would get to that point again. I agree with you. I think they've stopped, well, for lack of a better word, stopped giving a shit. You know, they're Pokemon now. They don't have to make a great product anymore. Wait, like back in the day, no one really, I mean, I don't want to say no one really knew Pokemon, but like no one really knew Pokemon. It wasn't nearly as big as it is now, and they had to really give it their all, and they did give it their all. They used to make a high-ass quality game. They probably wouldn't even risk making such a title because nobody cares for non-trends. That too. Like, I could see that. What I'm essentially trying to say is that all unique Nintendo IPs are old ones. Maybe they tried a new one here or there, but I don't know them even in times of the internet. That's also true, yeah. Like, Nintendo has had new IPs come up recently, but they haven't really hit it big with the new IPs, I guess. I think that's fair to say. And a lot of the Nintendo IPs that are big today are the classic ones, the old ones. Mainly Mario and Zelda. And even then, like, sometimes those games got kind of stale, too. Like, I remember the longest time we were tired of 2D Marios. Because they just kept making new Super Mario Bros. And then new Super Mario Bros. Wii. I think they even made new Super Mario Bros. 2 or something. And then new Super Mario Bros. U. And then new Super Luigi U. And then it was just, stop making the same damn game again. Actually, I kind of liked the first one a little bit. But then they kept making new Super Mario Bros. Games. And the reason I didn't like that is because the characters looked like they were made of plastic. And I just didn't like the art style of that game as much. Like, it was good for, like, maybe one game. It was like, okay, whatever. But then it's just like, alright, it's new plastic Mario. And it's like, come on. Say from 2014 onwards, what new games really popped up and stayed for single player? For Nintendo, it's kind of a hard one to think of, actually. Can't think of a single one that was great and people still care for. These days, PvP and Twitch are way bigger than single player anything. Yeah, EA also thinks that, but they think that in the wrong reasons. Oh, generally even, okay. So like a new IP from 2014 onwards for single player? Yeah, I can't think of one, not off the top of my head anyway. I might be able to find something if I research, but I mean, that says something right there, right? You know, if something was like really big, you'd be able to just tell. I'd be able to give you an answer like that. I would think so, anyway. Like, I want to say, sure, there's something, but, like, 2014 was when I really started getting into, like, indie games. And I'm not saying indie games aren't cared for today, but, in terms of, like, really huge single-player experiences, like, I was an indie Nintendo guy back then. I sort of paid attention to other games. But that was in the Wii U era, and while the Wii U had great first-party games, it had no third-party games. And even the first-party games it had weren't, like, I can't remember them being super, like, maybe Donkey Kong Country, but that's not a new IP. Like, I don't think there's many new IPs in the Wii U. Even Dark Souls hype started 2011, and the other games are just follow-ups. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I haven't played them, so I wouldn't know 100%, but, I mean, from what I know, they're mostly just kind of follow-ups. I don't think they really changed a whole heck of a lot about the series, but I don't know, maybe they're just thinking if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Also, I realize we're not going to be doing much today because it's Halloween. Apparently. Which... Is it? It didn't let me go there. I'm guessing that was why, but I didn't actually read the words that came up on the screen. You know what? I'm going to go check the calendar. And you know what? Doesn't it make sense that now they do a new Elder Scrolls, new Age of Empires, new Fallout, new Doom, games that earned their reputation back in the day when single player mattered? I honestly don't know anything new. People say Witcher 3, but you can see there is a 3 at the end there too. Yeah, that's true. Like, when The Witcher 3 came out, I didn't even know what The Witcher was. Just that there was a 3 and that it was apparently pretty good. I mean, that kind of like happened in the Fallout 3 with me too. I didn't know what Fallout was. Then Fallout 3 came out. It's like, oh, I don't know what 1 and 2 are, but 3 looks pretty good. And that was kind of like me with the Witcher series too. All right, I came in here to check the calendar. Oh, yeah, here we go. Spirit's Eve. I guess it is today. I always thought this was the last day of fall, but I guess I'm just incorrect. Had a good day today. There's always something interesting going on around here if you look close enough. That's a great mindset to have. I think big studios might think it's risky to do a single-player only game. As you said, 1 month on Twitch and it's gone from the top. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Jedi Fallen Order, like, sales-wise, it was a success. And it was a single-player only game, and that one's like kind of famously referenced because EA is like, single-player games are dead. No one likes those anymore. And then they made a single-player Star Wars game that sold really well. But like, I don't really hear much more about it anymore. I mean, it lasted about a month on Twitch. It's just kind of like how those games go, those single-player ones. You know, people play them for, you know, about the time it takes to beat a game, and then it just kind of vanishes. Like, I'm not saying, like, those can't have, like, lasting impacts. And, like, even some of those games are kept alive through speedrunning. But if it didn't have to be a brand new IP, I could name a few since 2014. But if we're talking new IPs only, and then, like, also, like, focus on single player, see, that I can't really think of any. I really can't. Again, off the top of my head, I might be able to do some research, but that would also require me to do research, and thus sort of defeating the purpose. Also, I was really hoping to have my pickaxe back by today, but I guess I kind of timed that poorly with the holiday coming up. And we'll just wait for Halloween to start, I guess. I don't really have anything else I can do with so much of the town being restricted. I think with how big esports and PvP are these days, which is amplified through Twitch, I don't know if single-player games will get the same status anymore, like the great games from back in the day. You might be right. I hope you're not right, but you might be right. You know, I like my single-player games. I mean, I'm playing... Well, I guess this is multiplayer, too. Also, there was actually a Twitch Rivals series for Stardew Valley, apparently. I just found that out yesterday. Which I find a little bit funny, but I can almost kind of see it. But yeah, like, everything's got to be an esport these days, you know? Like, some of Nintendo's recent IPs that they made, like the newer ones, were kind of, I want to say, probably made with esports in mind. Like Splatoon and ARMS. I think they were meant to maybe catch the esports wave. Both multiplayer games, very little focus on single player. Well, multiplayer is where it is. Esports, where's that? Back in the day, that was all we had, right? There was no Twitch, there was no internet on every device, so you were your own little bubble, enjoying games you love, shielded from internet hypes and ads in the form of giant Twitch streamers. That's, yeah. And, like, I do miss that in some ways, and I am thankful for where we are now in some ways, but I think that we have seen at least a little bit of a negative aspect from that, but I do miss kind of that being stuck in your own bubble kind of thing. Not saying I don't like Twitch. I love Twitch, but I love just, like, the lack of information going on back in the day. But it's also good because it helps you make an informed decision on if a game is good or not. Because back then, you just had to guess and hope for the best. Back and got myself a snack too. Yo, welcome back, Apollo. What kind of snack did you get? I hope you got a great snack. So for some reason, I think I want to buy some of these. Yeah, let's just get 2 of these. Don't remember why I wanted that, but we'll go ahead and get our gold pumpkin too. I kind of wish the holidays changed up a little bit on Stardew Valley because it is literally just the same thing every time. Ruffles sea salted chips. Sounds good. Make sure you got a drink to go along with that. If you want one, that is. But, you know, gotta stay hydrated too. And the salty things. While still good, you do need some salt and you need that iodine in your diet. Although, I kind of find it hard to believe that they would use iodized salt. Maybe they do. And, you know, you get the electrolytes. Anyway, water good too. That's what I'm trying to say. I think it just biases single-player games to be a one-time cash grab, since they cannot stay relevant with all the MOBAs and BRs, and it also means big games are even more relevant. Yeah, I think that's true for the most part. I couldn't disprove it anyway. Get one after I'm done snacking. Okay, good. You better. Where am I? Can I get out of here, please? Hello? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. I think? Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez. Why was that so hard to do? I like lost track of where I was in there. And that's easy for me to do every time, basically. Except this time, though, for some reason. But yeah, like, it's kind of a shame the way things have gone. I mean, I think some of that stuff is cool. Like, some of the newer stuff is cool, but, you know, there's also some negative things, again. So fucking excited to get the new mouse. When's it coming in? Oh, wait, or did you... Oh, that's right, you said you were gonna get your tax return first. I remember things, I promised. Back in the PS1 days, people were talking Crash Bandicoot all the time, which is a story game you play at home. These days, there is such an overflow that only games that stay relevant, thus PvP, since you can return to that, are relevant over longer timescales. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, even something like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, like, that was huge for the time. And you could maybe argue it still kind of is, but it's not as big as it was. Like, people aren't talking about that every day. I mean, there's speedruns of it. It's, you know, I've seen streamers playing that even recently, but, you know, it's not like it was. You know, like, Fortnite's more discussed than that, I would say. And again, you know, and again, like the Battle Royales, the MOBAs, the games you could just play over and over again. And there's nothing wrong with games you could play over and over again, but I don't know. Like, for me, I'm not, like, I am a fan of those games sometimes, but I mostly just kind of like not those. That might not even be true. I don't know. What are the games that I've played on the channel lately? Well, I mean, there's this, which I would think doesn't fall in line with that stuff. Red Dead story-based. 250k viewers, Breath of the Wild 2k viewers. Yeah, and those 2k viewers are probably like mostly one speedrunner playing it. Like one big speedrunner. That would be my guess. I don't know, but like it's not like it was. Like, Breath of the Wild was huge back in the day, and I think it lasted more than the normal month games usually get. And I do think Breath of the Wild is great and amazing, but like, even something like that has a hard time staying relevant for a while. To be honest, I have plenty in my bank account to get it and still be financially okay until I'm paid again. Okay, well, it might just be nice to wait until you get that, like, I mean, that tax refund or whatever. Tax return. What do they call it? Whatever. The thing where the government gives you the money. That might be the better thing to do, but You know, whatever you're comfortable with is what I would say, because I kind of have that too, where sometimes I'll literally have the money for it, but I'm like, oh, well, I want to have at least this much in my account just in case. Like, I can afford it, and I will be getting money soon, but I don't know. I just like to be careful when it comes to that, and sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But I like to be careful with that stuff. Like, there's a minimum amount I want to have in my account. I don't want it to ever go below a certain point where, even if it does, nothing's going to happen. It's just, well, then it would just be below that point. Kind of how I feel about it right now. Yeah, and I totally get that. Oh, hey, our wine's done. So we're definitely going to cross that 10 million mark at the end of this in-game day. Which might be the end of the stream, to be honest. I don't know how long this day is going to last, but we are going to get our pickaxe back. Might last a little bit longer, we'll see, but I'm going to try to maybe go a little bit more for this stream, since I wasn't able to stream yesterday, but at the same time I am kind of getting a little bit of a headache. And it is very slight, but I do feel it coming on, and I like avoiding that when I can. And I'm not just saying it's overall just bad, but today things surely don't work the same as back in the day. And the gaming industry will adjust to that, so why can't it just be the same as back in the day? Might be more of a pointless question than some people asking it would think. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's also like, I almost feel like, you know, back in my day, like, slash, you know, like a gamer boomer, if that makes any sense. Where it's just like, it's just not like that anymore. You know, things have changed. And the industry has changed as a result of that. Or maybe the industry changed and everyone else is just keeping up, or I don't know. But it's not as simple as, let's just go back to how it used to be, because it's just not how it works anymore. And, you know, for better or for worse, it works this way now. And we kind of have to be willing to deal with that, I guess. Like, in a lot of ways, it kind of sucks. In a lot of ways, it's pretty cool. Like, I love being able to just turn on Twitch stream and see someone playing a video game. You know, I love video games. I have my entire life, and I've always liked watching people play video games. Like, if there was a channel way back then, like on TV, that was just like, hey, turn this channel on to watch people play video games, I'd watch that all the time. You know, just as someone who likes video games. That I like. But then, like, the focus on, like, battle royales and, like, MOBAs and stuff, like, I'm not really huge into those games. I kind of like battle royales, but I'm sort of bored of them now. MOBAs I've never really gotten into, but I guess I can... They're just not for me. They're mostly just not for me. Again, I'm a very big Nintendo guy. Oh boy, we're not going to have enough ancient fruit to fill up that... what do you call it, the wine cellar, or whatever it is I have, the shed. That's okay. I'm not going to harvest the fruit trees. We're just going to go in with whatever ancient fruit we have, and by the time our next batch is done, these cactus fruits will be fully grown, so I'm just going to do it that way. Or turn on your Twitch stream and see me debating for hours. Yeah, that too. You know, if that was on TV, I'd watch that too. I love all things video games. Maybe not all things video games, but like, I like games that much where I would just watch on TV a channel dedicated to people playing or talking about games. Like, and they kind of had that a little bit. Like, there was a show called G4, I remember, way back in the day. On, I don't remember. That might not have been the show, that might have been the channel. But I watched that a lot, and I thought that was pretty cool back then. But even then, a lot of that was just... Well, no, I don't know. I think I mostly enjoyed that content, but that was really all there kind of was, at least around here. And also, I do like the fact that, like, if you want to know if a game is good, you can look up a review yourself, or you can watch someone play it and see for yourself. It's not just... you had to guess. Because back in the day, all the games were $50, and you had to just guess and hope it was good. And especially, like, way back in the day, like, before I was born, There were so many video game consoles. You didn't know which one to get. Did you get the Atari? Did you get the television? The ColecoVision? Did you get, what else did they have back then? The Odyssey? You know, there were just so many. Like, at least now you have, like, 3 main consoles. I mean, but still, they even had a lot of different computers back then. Like, they had the Commodore. They had the Spectrum. They had the, like, what was the Amiga, I think? And, you know, there was just, at least now, I mean, it's only 3. I mean, 3 is still not great, but, like, and, you know, now, at least PC for a platform has kind of been mostly all condensed into just, like, Windows. I guess there might be, like, Mac or Linux exclusive games, but, you know, nowadays you don't really get that. And just the amount of information that's out there, I think, is a net good. I think at least there's that. That said, is it worth the price? What did it cost, you know? The 3 pictures at the backside of the box, totally not abusable. Oh, yeah, that too. I forgot about that. Like, every game would have, like, 3 pictures of, like, the coolest things going on, and a lot of the times the game would be nothing like that. Like, it didn't even look close. Like, and it was just, like, blatantly misleading. Like, a game that comes to mind is Big Rigs over-the-road racing for the PC. And this is actually a more recent example of it, but it was still kind of when the internet was a little bit young, at least when it comes to, like, how, you know, compared to today. It was like the year 2000 or something. You know, definitely still had internet, but reviews and stuff were kind of hard to come by back then. At least from what I remember. And that game told you that you'd be, like, running away from the law while hauling big rig trucks. You know, like, getting your load to one side of the country or the other. And it was nothing like that. It was just an incomplete racing game. And when I mean incomplete, I mean they literally didn't finish it. Your opponent, your one opponent in the race, didn't even move. That's how incomplete it was. We're just going to do 3 on each side here to make it match up a little bit. And then, like, back then, you wouldn't have any idea until you bought the game and said, oh, this is a piece of garbage that I just wasted $50 on. I mean, maybe you could return it back then. I don't remember how that used to work. But I think nowadays when you return a game, you don't get the full price back. So I do like how you can just say, hey, I heard of this game. Let's fire up Twitch, see what it's all about. Or let's see if there's any reviews on it that I can read. And, you know, and then there's places like Metacritic, which, although not the best sources, at least have, like, multiple different places you could see reviews in, you know? It's better for sure. Sadly, a lot of people don't seem to care for reviews from honest people when there's hype, though. Yeah, that's also true. I feel like that is more of a kind of recent thing, though. I don't know how recent it is, though. I don't know. I'm also kind of like, I don't realize what time it is. Or year it is, rather. But yeah, a lot of people just give into the hype, and I'm guilty of that sometimes. I mean, I'm a little bit guilty of that with Animal Crossing, where I'm mostly giving into the hype, but at least I've seen gameplay. You know, I haven't seen, like, actual people play the game, and there aren't any reviews out yet. But I've seen kind of what the game has to offer. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. I brought it up. I'm not afraid to admit that. It's like 90% hype and 10% what I saw in the as gameplay. I'm not afraid to admit that. But I'm hyped for that game. Would it be better to wait for reviews to come out? Probably. But that's also kind of a game that's hard to review, so maybe that's not the best example, because a full review, you'd almost have to play that game for a full year, at least a few months, to get everything to happen. Which is also a little concerning that they haven't let reviewers... Maybe they have had... Maybe reviewers do have their copies. Where did I want to go? Oh yeah, the town. Has a higher chance to be good, though, since it needs product value to sell a console. Yeah, and especially for Nintendo, this is like their... This is their big game for the year, at least that we know of. So, if they want to sell more Switches, which I assume they do. They did make that limited edition Animal Crossing one that a lot of people are going to buy a second Switch just because they like the Animal Crossing one so much. Anyway. Oh, you know what? We haven't done the quarry. Oh, yeah. Trees grow here now. I was going to say, we haven't done the quarry in a while. Let's go test out our new pickaxe. Probably just do this and call it a day. I don't know. I think I'll do an extra day at least. Kind of sad how you can prejudge games like that. Makes the problems pretty clear. What do you mean exactly? I think I get what you mean, but I'm not sure. Like judging by like what they showed off in the trailer / direct, or something else. Just want to be sure I'm on the same page so I know what you're talking about. As an Animal Crossing is probably good because they have to sell. Oh, okay, I see what you mean now. Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. Like, they kind of have to make this game good to sell the consoles, right? Whereas, unfortunately, Pokemon didn't have to be good, and it still sold consoles. You know what really sucks, though? Is a lot of people bought a Nintendo Switch like close to launch before there were any Pokemon games out, for the sole reason of getting it for Pokemon, but, you know, maybe playing a few games here and there otherwise, but, you know, Pokemon was what sold them on it. I feel sorry for those people. A lot of them were, like, very vocal in their frustrations when we found out about the whole Dex cut and all that stuff. I bought a Switch for my family? Nice. That's probably one of the best reasons to get one, actually. Just something the whole family can enjoy. I think you might get the most out of it that way, anyway. Like, do I expect non-exclusive to be worse? Yes, sadly I do. You know what? I never really thought about it that way, but you're kind of right. The non-exclusives don't really have to have this amount of quality to be able to sell a console. I mean, maybe the people who make those games want it to be good to sell the game and make money, but I don't know. That's kind of a weird one. I guess it really depends on the company, right? Just more money on the line, so it has to do better. Right. Like, I definitely see that argument. And again, that's not something I ever really thought about. Really just like how much it shows that they want to squeeze out every cent. I'm only a little bit on board with that. I'm not quite that jaded yet, but you know what? That's probably... I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I'm not going to say I agree 100%. But yeah, they do want every last cent, kind of. They're not like EA levels of bad, but like that doesn't make it good, you know? Like just because they didn't take it at gunpoint doesn't mean it's not anti-consumer. You know, I don't want to like set the precedent that, well, it's not as bad as EA, so it's acceptable. Because, well, I mean, a lot of people said that with Pokemon, and that's almost laughable. It's almost funny. But then you realize they're being serious. Again, nothing against Pokemon, nothing against the people who like Pokemon. I'm just very disappointed in how that game turned out, and I also just don't know how... I don't know. People can like what they like. I'm not gonna stop them. I just don't... I don't get it. Not my Pokemon game. They're a project with passion for sure, but they're not making a game as good as an exclusive if they do not have to. Like, I do get that argument, and I, at least in some cases, would kind of agree. But I don't know. Like, part of me wants to say that, you know, most of the people who are making those non-exclusive games, they're kind of third-party developers, right? They don't have necessarily the huge studio like Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony behind them, for example. So, in that case, wouldn't you want it to be the best game you can make it in order to, you know, because I don't know, maybe not. I would hope so, but maybe that's just me being hopeful. Let's go to the bus stop. Mostly applies to big studios, what I'm saying here. I guess, yeah. Like, indies, I think for sure indies try really hard. And they do the best that they can do with what they have. For the most part. I don't think I want to sell any of this stuff. Don't mean to say it's anti-consumer either. They have to make money. It's just a bit sad how there seems to be a universal standard for games. Oh, yeah, like for the anti-consumer thing, I was talking about, like, the trying to squeeze every last cent out of people. Like, I think they are trying to make money, and I don't think, like... I don't know, maybe that is still trying to squeeze every last cent out of people if they don't, like, make it as good as they can because they don't have to sell consoles, and... I don't know, I guess for me it's kind of hard to wrap my head around just because it's, like, a mindset that I don't really agree with. Like, I don't know, I just feel like if I was in that position, I'd always want to make the best game possible to sell as many copies as possible. Isn't that just... I mean, I know there's, like, more to it than just that, but, like, when you get down to brass tacks, shouldn't that be all that matters? I mean, again, like, they can cut corners here and there, but also, well, maybe if you can, like, get away with it, I guess. Yeah, I guess they just get away with it, and maybe that's why. Because I'm not also coming from the perspective that I know I can get away with it if I cut corners here and people won't notice, or... if they do notice, it'll be such a minority that it doesn't matter. And I'm sure, like, the developers themselves that work on the games probably want to do the best they can. I think that, like, is mostly corporate decisions that screw over things like that. But I don't know. That kind of depends, too. Think of it as microtransactions, which you do get, but ask yourself this, why rush a game with no microtransactions out? Well, so you get the next game out quicker and the next. No, yeah, I get that. It's not like just microtransactions. I think those are bad and, like, shitty most of the time. But sometimes I understand if it's, like, maybe to, like, pay to keep servers up. Or if it's a free-to-play game, I mean, they gotta make money somehow. But, like cutting costs to make a worse product is kind of what I'm getting at. Although you may have started typing that, like, right when I got to that part or something. But I don't know. It's 100% the PR decisions, not saying they're all evil people. Yeah, it's like they're not evil people. They do have to make money. And we did get the Legend achievement. Yes! Although it's not showing up. I wonder what hat that lets us buy. We've crossed the 10 million mark in total earnings. I have now 100%ed Stardew Valley. Kind of. At least achievement-wise. I don't know if you actually can 100% this game. And again, that's all for the course of multiple playthroughs. Oh yeah, winter's here. You know what? We should probably turn our fireplaces on. Let's go ahead and do that. Anyway, I gotta see Apollo's messages. Or message, rather. One of the reasons why I'm even so excited about to get the mouse is because then all the peripherals, keyboard, mouse, and mouse pad, will all be Corsair, and the color coordination will match perfectly. Nice. Also, the RGB lighting will all be synced between keyboard, mouse, and case fans. Yo! That is going to be one visually pleasing setup. That's pretty nice. I'm excited for you, dude. I kind of wish I had that going on. Yeah, that's pretty sick. That's going to be fun. Especially just playing around with different ways you can coordinate the lighting. That could be cool. Spirits are very displeased. Uh-oh. Folks, take my advice. You're gonna be needing a nursery in your house before you can have kids. Babies need a crib. I don't know why I'm giving the farmer on the TV this voice. No, he's done talking, so I can't give him that voice anymore. He just looked like he might talk like that. I don't know. Alright, that's still going. There's probably not a whole lot of farm chores we gotta do now that things aren't really growing anymore. We're not gonna get any honey. But I do want to change a few things layout-wise now that we have our pickaxe. So the animals, they're going to be happy because they're in a nice heated barn. We have all the appliances up in here. Although I gotta admit, though, I think EA is at least a little bit evil. I'm not saying the devs there are, but, like, the people who are fighting so hard in court to, like, make microtransactions still legal, or not even microtransactions, but loot boxes even though they're like time and time again proven to be psychologically manipulative and are targeted towards kids in games that are rated E, I think those people might be a little bit evil. Misguided, maybe. I mean, it is their job, but I don't know. I feel like if that's your job and your job is to be evil, maybe get another one. I don't know. That's rich coming from me, though, I guess. Not that I'm evil, but I don't have a full-time job, so I at least realize I'm a little bit. And maybe they just hate kids. Yeah, maybe they just really don't like kids. Although, I mean, it extends into their parents, too. I don't like kids, to be honest. I kind of am with you there. I don't mind kids, mostly. But, like, sometimes kids can get kind of annoying, right? I like well-behaved kids that don't always run around and scream. But, I mean, that's just kind of what kids do, you know? They're having fun, they're excited. And sometimes you can see that and be like, they're just having a good time. I mean, wouldn't scam kids with the lottery, though. Yeah. It's one thing to, like, not like kids and to psychologically manipulate them into using their parents' money to buy pretty much useless digital items in a video game. But yeah, it's kind of sad. I mean, there's too many stories you hear about kids draining bank accounts, literally. Trying to get Lionel Messi in FIFA. Bank accounts drained, they still don't have Messi. So it's like, I don't know, man. You know, just how can you... Like, how can you as a company be like, yep, that's me. I did this. You know, I made this smiley face, like in Twitch chat. Like, that's them. It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying they're proud of it, but they are defending it. Well, some of them are. Anyway, it's weird. So I don't really know what I wanted to do here. Was it like this, maybe? Maybe I had... Oh, didn't mean to do it that way. I was going to take out some of this path. There's too much here. The idea that you pay for the game and then have to spend real money to get one of the players. GG, I know. And... I mean, they get away with it. It works. The game sells. The microtransactions sell. I imagine if it didn't sell and if they didn't make money, then, well, they wouldn't do it. The headset's really starting to irritate me again. Did you tell it to stop and or give it disciplinary measures? Also, I am taking out too much of this path, but... Alright, let's get rid of this. We're going to be putting some of this path back in, but I think I just have it like this. I think I have it like this, and there's just kind of that, like a smaller gap there, and then like this part I have decorated with certain things. Yeah, actually I have them decorated like right there, so those are fine. And I'll probably just keep it. Oh, you know what? I don't even need this path here. I mean, maybe I could put one here, but I don't know. Doesn't actually matter to me that much. And then whatever, this is fine. And then I have another project I'm gonna do, but you know what? I can give that one a start since we're in winter. Where's my OBS? There we go. No, you did not give it disciplinary measures? Well, it might be time. I mean, you hate to do it, but sometimes it's the only thing those headsets listen to. So basically, all this path down here I'm getting rid of. Because I don't like how we have 3 different types of path for no reason. Well, I mean, one of the reasons was to test out this brick floor, and I don't like it as much as I thought I would. But I also made a whole bunch and wanted to use it anyway. But anyway, no longer will we settle. I'm going to do something that I think is going to be pretty cool with this. We're almost certainly not going to get it all done today, but I would like to at least start it, tear it up, maybe complete it on the next Stardew Sunday. I mean, it is winter. You are kind of limited in things you can do. Wonder how it snowed under the path. Yeah, that's pretty interesting how that works out, huh? Well, sometimes Sometimes it'd be like that, except, like, not really. It usually never be like that. But, I mean, today's is a new day, I guess. I'm gonna try to leave the lights in for now. I think I may... Yeah, I already ruined it. I don't remember where this light was, but I'm gonna, like, just put it here. It definitely wasn't here. But I don't want to, like, remove the lights in accident, because then I'll forget where they go. Because I don't think... Or, I probably do have them marked on my layout thingy, but... I don't want to risk it. Would be cool if you had another texture until you slept once. It would be cool, yeah. It's a nice little touch, nice little detail. I'd be down for that. It doesn't break the immersion for me, but it is a little ridiculous that there's somehow snow under this path that's been here for literal in-game years. Okay, literal in-game years might not be the correct way to... Also, I don't remember if that's where that light went, but... I guess I'll just have to double check on the lights. But what I'm gonna do here is this area is still gonna be path. It's just gonna be a different type of path, because what happens is the trees drop seeds and then they grow into more trees, and I don't want them to do that. Like, if I could, I would just kind of have tree seed dropping off, but that would also kind of break the game, so I'm not going to do that. Not that you can, I don't think. But I don't want them to drop seeds, and if I have path in the way, they won't drop seeds. So I'm basically just replacing the path. And I hope I don't accidentally take the tappers off any of these trees here when I'm trying to get rid of this path here in the middle. That might be a thing that happens. I'm just going to hope for the best on that one. Guess we'll just go around. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do, like, each row of trees first, but I guess we're just going to go around in this big circle for now. And I kind of wonder if we're going to make any money selling this path back, or even if I want to. Like, we could save it and then maybe use it for something else. Minecraft mod that makes it so that drop samplings plant themselves, and it's ridiculous if you don't pay attention. I could imagine it being pretty ridiculous, yeah. Like, I imagine it being sort of like it is in Stardew, but a little bit worse. Like, I guess that could be kind of cool for some things, but you're going to get a lot of trees where you might not want trees. And if you're trying to do, like, any kind of tree farm, I can't imagine that being remotely good for having a tree farm. Actually, I think this path in the middle stays. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of it anyway. The less time I have to actually spend looking at that thing is probably for the better. I mean, I do like just having... Did I miss that? No. I do like just having OBS on the screen at all times. I love how it's taken literally the entire day to rip this out. It's more inconvenient than replanting by hand. Oh, I ruined the light. Oh well. Put that there. And planting by hand to make sure the saplings don't grow where they want to. I can, yeah, I could see how that's more inconvenient. But I don't know, like, I don't know what the purpose of that mod is. Like, is it supposed to be more realistic or something? Because, like, maybe, but... I still don't know why you'd want trees to just be growing all over the place whenever they feel like it. Like, that most assuredly gets out of hand pretty fast. Maybe people just like having real big forests. Alright, then we're just gonna have to get the ones in between the trees. And if we can do that... Oh, I'm gonna, like, run out of energy for the day. Oh my god. I don't know if I've used a full bar of energy in one day before. How much is that? Oh, it's just one. And we have 1 energy left. I could probably eat something, but I guess I'll just stop for the day. There's not much more to be done in terms of ripping that up. They wanted to get that done. The thing is, I just harvested the tree, but they don't feel like waiting for the leaves to decay. Oh, okay. I guess I kind of see that. I would hate cleaning up, though, all the time, right? Then again, if you chop a tree and don't want 5 new ones, you have to be careful, which sucks. Right, because then the saplings are going to fall, you're going to get the new trees, and... I don't know. I usually just replant the tree with 1 sapling right where I found the tree. But that's just me. I like to replant mostly for convenience, not really for... I mean, aesthetically, it's kind of nice, too, but that's mostly just a bonus. And... maybe it's just like, alright, we'll just cut down the trees and saplings will fall and grow. Yeah, I don't fully get that one. Also, just in case I sell my energy tonic. Probably could have used that, but like we're so late in the day, it doesn't really matter. Also, did I water those cactus fruits today? I think I did, but I can't remember. I mean, I guess I'm not doing it now. I'm kind of already ruined that. Like, great, you inverted the inconvenience, but didn't get rid of it. Right. Just kind of shifted it somewhere else. Also, I need my glowing ring for to be able to see this. Yeah, I did water those. Okay. Good. I'm glad I watered those. Because mostly I forget to do that kind of stuff. Oh, wait, something happened. Probably something by the trees, if I were to guess. Yes, maple syrup. Probably going to get a lot of little tree things that drop and try to grow more trees. But you know what? It's a wait a minute. We didn't get all the maple syrup. What's up with that? Oh, that's kind of annoying. I'm going to give it till 11, and if we don't get all the maple syrup, I'm out of here. Okay. Figured it was only a matter of a few in-game minutes, but... That one felt kind of weird. I'm not sure why that was like that. I do want to go to the beach, though, because for the winter, we need nautilus shells. And hopefully I will find one, or, well, yeah, I guess I only need 1. They do wash ashore on the winter, or during the winter time, rather. Not seeing any here, though. That kind of sucks. I was really hoping to be able to do that, because our sturgeon really want nautilus shells for some reason. Alright, well, I guess we go back home. Sell all our stuff. And give myself another mental reminder to delete the VOD. And then re-upload it, except I can't re-upload it right away because I'm already over my data cap again. Which is mostly because I had to save all those other videos from when I went over the data cap last month for this month. So it just kind of all carried over. See, that's the thing about a data cap. That's how they get you. And go, oh, okay, well, I'll just wait till next month. Oh, well, then now I'm just using all this data this month, and it's not really solving anything. Kind of wish data caps were illegal, but I don't know. That's easy for me to say as a nothing but a consumer, but I'm almost positive that it exists solely to get more money out of people. Unlimited TM internet. Which is the best kind of internet, if you ask me. Alright. Well, I think that's going to do it for the stream today. I went a little bit longer, but I'm feeling like I gotta end it now. For physical comfort reasons and, you know, headaches be headaches sometimes. Let's see. Well... real quick. I think we're gonna raid someone today. Today's the day. I will raid somebody. Gotta check. See if anyone I know is going live right now. Or if you have any suggestions in chat, feel free to leave those. Have a good rest of your day and hope your headache goes away soon. Thanks, Apollo, and thanks, Warlord, for echoing that sentiment. Actually, before we go, I do have a raid in mind. Before we go... Oh, really? You have to do that? Oh, that's... Oh, never mind. We'll probably take a break anyways. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Never gonna be against doing break arenos. Oh, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I'm new here. Who are you? Well, welcome, new here. I'm Dad. I'm just kidding. I hate dad jokes. A little bit. I hate them a little bit. Anyway, I have one of these, and hello. Unfortunately, you caught me right when I'm ending. But have a summary new. I did. Enjoy the emotes. We got more coming on. They're in the process of being made. I'm really happy about them. Got them. Yo, what's up, dude or not? You know what? My weekend, I would say overall is pretty good. You know, it kind of was shaky, but you know, today I'm having a pretty great day, so I think that that kind of makes up for it. I'm hoping you have a good weekend too. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. The best weekend, even. Hey, no problem. I hope you enjoy it. I'm in a very giving mood today, for some reason. I don't know why I'm saying for some reason, but... I don't know, some reason. And you know what? I'm not done yet. If there are any non-subs in the chat who would like a sub, the first one to speak up will get another gift sub. Otherwise, it's going to a random. Missed you, it's been so long. I missed you too, and you know what? I'm happy to see you here again. I wish I wasn't ending right now. I mean, I'm going to probably stick around and talk for a few more minutes. But, like, as far as the Stardew gameplay, I'm done. Well, what did I just hit? I hit something over there. I'm done. I'm a little bit tired. Are we closing the gap to 2 emote slots? Yeah, we are, actually. Almost there. Almost there. And they are commissioned and in the works. So it's just a matter of time, and I'm excited about it. And I think everyone's going to like it. I hope so, anyway. Some of the emotes I have now might be moved into the, like, the bit emote section. I don't, like, you know, I don't want people to lose the emotes, so I want to make it the smallest amount of bits as possible. I don't want it to be like, now you have to pay to get these. I mean, you also, I guess, kind of have to pay to get the other ones through the subscription anyway, but... I mean, the bit ones are kind of nice because you get to keep them forever. But anyway, I'm just going to do random. Let's do it. Also, I guess it's not completely selfless. I do get some of this money back. Yo, revealing too much gets a sub. Hell yeah. Alright. When I left the Discord, need to come back. Hey, you can come back anytime you want. Welcome back. Although, I have to check real quick. Because sometimes when people join, it gives them the live roll right away. It's been freaking out like that lately. Actually, might be good now. Yeah, it might be good. Let me check the audit log. Oh, streamer mode enabled. I can't check the audit log. Of course not. No, well, it's probably fine. And it's like, as soon as I unassign the live roll, it just never is a problem ever again. So I have no idea why. It shows that you're live. What the hell? I mean, it's a very easy manual fix. Yeah, it does. Alright. There we go. I fixed it. I don't know why. It's only for people who join, like, newly. It just automatically gives them that role. It is cool. I like that, you know, like, for the people who do go live, it gives them the role, but it's just weird how it does that sometimes. You know what? Let's just switch to just chatting. Oh, no, actually, that might not be a good idea. The category scares me a little bit still. Yeah, we can maybe investigate that later. I also said that last time I had to do this. So the odds of that actually happening, I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, we'll have to think about it. There's a few things I'm gonna have to do later. I have one of them queued up though in that tab. It's that video. Oh my god, I just realized I have a huge work week ahead, which normally would be kind of but like that's like more money though. Something I've been kind of needing more of lately. But you know what? We're getting there. We're getting there. Anyway, I guess I should do the raid now, huh? All right, we're gonna raid B because she's great. She's amazing. Very good, fun streamer. Doing some art. Ooh, some nice looking art too, by the looks of it, just from the thumbnail. Needs money, gives 2 subs to himself. Well, you know what? I get half of that back. Okay. I mean, needing money and spending money are not mutually exclusive, right? Something like that. Plus, those were funded by Bitcoin. Not really. I wish it was funded by Bitcoin. Invest in himself. There you go. I love that. Yeah, that's what we're going with. The self-investment. Whoa, caps lock's on. I thought I disabled that in the registry. Ah, well. Anyway, we're gonna read. No, I mean, I guess you can read when you go there. You got to read Twitch chat, huh? We're gonna raid B. She's doing some art. Let's go check it out. Show her some love on this nice Sunday afternoon. I'd appreciate it if you could join the raid. I got to get a thing for a raid message, but like until then, you can type whatever the hell you want to type. I'm sure it'll be great. And if it's not great, you might get timed out in chat. But don't do that. Be nice. Be cool, okay? Anyway, I'll be live again on Thursday. Playing something. Something undecided. I can't wait to be back. I'm hopefully going to get a full week of, or not full week of streams in, but like a full scheduling of streams in where I get them all this time. I'm going to try my best for you guys. I appreciate every one of you so much. Love hanging out with you, chatting, whatever, playing video games, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys in whenever, how long that is. That's like a few days, right? I'm losing it here. I'm losing it. But until then, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope you have a great week coming up. And I will see you later. Take care.